It's a big warm welcome to our Pirates TV viewers from around the globe here at Wimborne Road this evening. We have something special for you this evening. I'm your presenter and commentator, Scott Mitchell, and tonight we have the Richard Lawson Testimonial meeting. It's the Poole Wessex Marine Pirates taking on the Roger Warne All-Stars. Now, this is going to be a celebration of Richard's career, and it's about what he's done in the past. So we're going to see people in teams from the past and the present and part of his modern day life. So it all started for Richard way back when in 2008, and he started with Redcar, moved on with Workington, Wolverhampton, Peterborough, Lakeside, Glasgow, Somerset, Ipswich, Eastbourne, Kings Lynn, Plymouth and Leicester, and last but not least here at Poole, where he says he wants to stay forever. The fans have taken to him, they call him the Rocket Man, he's our number one. We're going to head over to the pits now and have a little chat with him and see how he feels about tonight's meeting and how the preparations have gone for this big day for him.
Well, here we are down in pit lane, ready for tonight's or afternoon's action as is. Just panning a little bit there, the equipment being prepped, and of course the Pirate boys and one or two of the others been in action over the course of the last 24 hours. Pirates at Workington. And as you can see, some of the equipment is being touched up, shall we say, ready to go racing here this afternoon. The Pirates Select will feature a number of former riders on display. Adam Ellis, we're looking into his pit bay there at the moment. Adam on his way back from injury at the moment. We believe he had a run out yesterday and pronounced himself all okay to go. So that's great news. And on to Charles Wright. Charles, who's not been a pirate in the past, but has been here on many occasions for several clubs, and currently in the kit there of the Oxford Cheetahs, Oxford Spires as it is in actual fact. And Charles, of course, also at Redcar up there in the championship. So there's the bike being prepped, ready to go. Next door here we got Zach Cook. Zach, of course, a pirate and another one of the riders who was up country yesterday racing for the home side here, and he's over in the changing rooms, as are several of the boys just getting ready to come out, ready to go racing. Next door is the equipment of Ben Cook with the Pirates team manager Neil Middleditch, and Neil's sitting there just cogitating what he's got to do tonight, perhaps a little more relaxed than he normally would be. But he's got a job to do, and I'm sure that he'll be urging all of the 7 riders in his side of the pits to perform so that Richard has the best possible outcome for the meeting. Riding it to the number, well, with the number 2 decal on the back of his bike there, but he'll be down the riding order tonight. In the number 6 position, Sam Hagon. Young Sam, of course, who is the British Under-21 champion. We have hit a little bit of bad luck with Sam recently. His form not quite where it was at the start of the season, but he's got lots of time on his side and he'll come good. And down at the end, well, now this is very interesting, isn't it? Because this little man with the blue helmet colour on, about to mount his bike, is Cruz, and it's Cruz Harris, Chris Harris's son. Cruz, who's been around and about a few tracks over the course of the season, learning his trade and getting himself togged up to follow in Dad's footsteps. That's a very unusual face he's pulling underneath that helmet, but I'm sure it must help along the way. So there we are, that's your Pirates lineup, and of course Chris Harris there at the end. There he is. Chris joins the Pirates tonight, and he's sure to get a raucous reception from here at Poole Stadium. The ultra popular visitor, the man who's done so much damage and occasionally some help for the Pirates over the course of his time visiting Wimborne Road. So there we are, the young man just getting himself togged up. He's going to be coming out on parade this evening, and I think the idea is that Cruz may well lead the main man, Richard Lawson, round on the parade lap. So I'll walk back along the line. There's the Motor on Richard Lawson's bike, just being revved up there, warmed up, ready for when the guys go racing. And of course, here's the main man, Richard Lawson, with his rocket hat on. It's a new one for us down here at Poole, but I'm sure Richard will be very, very pleased when today is completed. He's still got more racing to do tomorrow, so no time off until Tuesday for Richard, and we do hope that we'll be catching up with him during the course of the meeting, as we will with several of the other riders who are here today racing for Richard on his behalf. Now, man in focus here is Stewart DICKSON, and Stewart is looking after the visitors today. Let's just quickly dive in to speak to Stewart. Two doyens of Speedway here with Terry the Track and Stewart DICKSON. Stewart, you've got the honour of representing the visitors today, and a good lineup that they put together for you to look after.
Yeah, I had a look at my programme. I thought that's quite a good team that Richard's put together. I walked in the stadium, seen the referee Gary Allen. First thing I said to him, I'm allowed to use tacticals and swap my reserves because I'm here to win. You know, I know it's a fun day, but we still want to win the meeting. But no, I think it's a very good side that I've been given to play with, and I'm looking forward to it.
And you, of course, have worked with Richard in the past, and particularly up there at Glasgow, and you've formed a good, strong bond together. Yeah,
I've known him for quite a while, even before that as well. His dad was a bit of a legend, obviously, at my previous club, Glasgow. He's with me at Leicester at the moment. Hoping that continues for a while yet, and he thoroughly deserves the attendance that he's got by the looks of things, and I hope he has a smashing day, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those riders who's moved into Speedway from motocross back in 2008, and that's a path that's been trodden by a few riders over the course of the last few years, and it seems to give them a sound base to come on to race the Speedways.
Yep, you get Craig Cook was very similar, the Worrell brothers were the same, obviously Richard Lawson, and if they're good on a speedway bike, they tend to be good at any discipline when it comes to motorcycles. I think it's been good for him. I think he's been good for the sport. He's what I'd call a real good steady Eddie, and I think he's got the riders that he wanted here today. These are the riders that he's probably raced with and against since he came into the sport, 2008. And as I say, I hope it's a great success.
Now, you wear two hats, of course, because you look after the Berwick boys as well, and the Berwick season's now finished, and it's a bit disappointing that it's finished so early, really.
It was to not be racing when it was still the English school holidays was very disappointing, regardless of making the playoffs or not. We also had, I think it was one meeting in 5 over June and July, one home meeting. So for me, I'd like to see it condensed a little more, maybe start a little bit later rather than have these breaks, because people can get out of the habit of going to Speedway. And for me, as I say, if we can condense the season, maybe, I don't know, Easter holidays start then and run it to mid-September, that might be the way to go.
And of course, you've had Richard with you at Berwick. He's guested on a couple of occasions and always fulfilled his role for you. So, you know, a guy that you can always rely on, whether it's be Berwick or any other team that he guests for, get 100% every time.
You know what you're going to get. You know, you're going to get no less than 12 points for 5 rides for him, home or away, when he was guesting for Berwick. Done a sterling job for us. Some would say he actually papered over the cracks for us, you know, and got us over the line on maybe certain meetings that we wouldn't have got. I think he's very well settled here at Poole. I was talking to Matt Ford during the week. It was Tuesday, we touched base on the phone. We do speak regular. I know he's very keen to bring him back here, and I'm very keen to keep him at Leicester, and hopefully 2025 we'll be having that very conversation, yeah.
And you mentioned Leicester there because Richard's with you, and you're managing there, and the Lions have really hit a purple patch over the last 6 weeks or so, and moved right the way up the Premiership table, and you're now in playoff position and looking forward to a big finish to the season.
We are, you're right to say, about 6-7 weeks ago it just clicked. I mean, I've been talking to him, shouting, blue in the face. One or two riders I could not get going. They get themselves going, really, you know, and the jobs became a lot easier because they're now just winning races for fun. We need to now continue. I'm not saying it's a purple streak. We now need to continue this form that we've found for the next 3 weeks. Don't get any injuries, which is the big key, and I think we've got a real good chance to get some silverware, yeah.
Well, super to see you here at Poole again, Stuart. Thanks very much for coming down and looking after the visiting boys today. I'm sure you'll G them up and make the Pirates really go for it.
I appreciate that. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Stuart. There's a Stuart. If we can just pan Poole right down to the far end of the pits there. Unfortunately, the technology doesn't allow us to get down there to see the boys, but Richard has also brought 4 young 250cc riders to the track today. Seth Norman is there, Charlie Southwick, Archie Rolfe and Cooper Russian great riders in their own right at that 250 level, and they'll be out on track in a little while. Here's Scotty Nicholls in shot. He's a number one, of course, in the visiting lineup for the All-Stars today. And Scotty's been here before the meeting. He's been signing his great book that he's been doing. And that's certainly going to be a bookshelf memento for many people. If we go to the track now, I think we might be able to get a few shots of young Cruz Harris out on the circuit. Where's the 37, of course, like his dad. Nice applause from the people there in the grandstand as young Cruz comes round. In cruise control, maybe. Like father, like son. There he is. If he's anything like his father and he grows up to be a speedway rider, then there's one surefire great racer in the making. We'll leave Cruz there with you and pass back to the grandstand.
So here we go. Let's have a look at the runners and riders for this evening. As Cruz comes up the line. Oh, gets a tank slapper there. So for the Pirates, at number one, the charismatic Richard Lawson. Born on February the 14th, has developed an amazing love affair here at Wimborne Road with the club and the fans. Tonight is all about the Rocket Man, aptly named for his fabulous 2024 season he's having here with the Pirates. At number two, the 2021 British champion links up back with his former Lakeside teammate on this very special occasion. On number three, Charles Wright. In 2024, he's been a red car bear, but he turns out for his mates this evening, both sharing a team together at Somerset in 2018. At number four, Ben Cook. Ben is currently Richard's captain, and their third season together here, racing in the coveted Skull and Crossbones. At number five, Chris Harris, long-time friend of the Rocket Man, popular here at Wimborne Road with the fans, maybe for a pass he made on Jason Doyle in 2018. At number six, Sam Hagon, current teammate and 24 Pirate alongside Richard. Good to see him here as part of Richard's celebrations. At number seven, Zach Cook. Big brother Ben has helped Lawson and their time here and at Wimborne Road together, which has helped develop Zach into the racer that he is. And our manager this evening is Neil Middleditch. We move over to the Roger Warren's All-Star team. And number one is Scott Nicholls. A veteran former Pirate comes out for his old friend on his special day. Like Richard, he's a born racer. They go head-to-head in Heat 1. At number two, Troy Batchelor. He turns out for Richard just 2 days after his birthday. British career started in 2005, and in 2007, let's not forget, he was a Pirate. And number three, Craig Cook. He races tonight having Cumbrian links with Richard, our man of the moment this evening, as well as racing alongside Cookie at Workington. At number four, Tobias THOMSEN. Current Pirate, has a friendship with Richard, which extends to Richard lending him an engine till the end of the season. At number five, Josh Pickering, the likeable Aussie from New South Wales, establishes himself as one quick rider here in the Premiership and the Championship. And let's not forget he was a league winner last year with Sheffield in 2023. Number six, Ashton BOUGHEN, the stylish 17-year-old, was only 17 10 days ago. British Youth Champion in 2023 in his first season in the sport. And at number seven, Lewis Kerr, the Norfolk-born 34-year-old, former 2017 Pirate, career riddled with injuries, but he's a welcome addition to tonight's proceedings. And their manager, we've already heard from him, Stewart DICKSON, and he wants to win this meeting. Even our referee, Gary Allen, is in shot. Say cheese. Pico at the front there, Josh Pickering. Seems to be the joker in the pack. Still waiting for somebody to join our co-managers. They're in the mix. So this will be a lovely photograph for them to keep as well. with some of the stars of the sport. Bomber's just shot off there because he's still got a few tips for Cruz. Now we need to get that bike over to the start for the parade.
Yes, finally, Richard Lawson Testimonial. Pirates going head to head with a select side of Richard's friends and colleagues. Please, first of all, will you welcome the Roger Orns Transport All-Stars.
So here come the riders. Obviously the race bibs have gone with some of the sponsors who have sponsored the riders to be here. So all the riders have signed their race bibs, pre-meeted, and stuck them on. They're all signed in the same place on the back of the jackets. Always a nice touch for the sponsors. Spoke to Tobias THOMSEN just before the meeting, and he said it felt strange to be in the other side of the paddock, on the away side. Obviously only ever been here as a home rider. So yeah, strange one for Tobias, but I'm sure the fans will still recognise him. And still he has his Pirates Kevlars and everything on, so they will recognise him.
Richard's selection of riders associated with Poole past and present, or those that might have been with the 4 of the 2024 squad on the home side of the pits. I hope you're going to raise the roof and show your appreciation for a special one night only Poole Wessex Marine Pirates!
So here come the version of the Wessex Marine Pirates this evening. So you can see Adam Ellis, former Pirate in 2017. He's there at the lead. I've got to say, I do like Adam. He's been to Lakeside and watched me play darts. He likes the game of darts, does Adam. There he is with Bomber Harris. Charles Wright. The guys coming out and having a little kick over of the starts.
Okay, good.
Ben Cook not really interested. Oh no, he is interested now. Seems strange to see him in a number 4 race jacket. So I do apologise already if I do make a mistake or two. But we'll go over to our stadium announcer now. We'll go over to Nigel Leahy.
Cooper Russian. Cooper is 14 years old from Essex, a former 125cc British champion, part of the SGB3 and winner of 4 out of 5 of the Youth Championship rounds so far. Joining him then, number 3, Archie Rolfe and Seth Norman, who are sharing a bike right now. Seth, I think, has just been having a few difficulties, but Seth is age 14 from Northamptonshire, a former Leicester mascot, winner of the Red Car Round of the British Youth Championship on the 23rd of August. We've got Archie, who is sharing a bike, and Archie is 13 from Essex. Neil calls him the Fearless Pocket Rocket, a regular finalist in this year's British Championship rounds. And number 44, Charlie Southwick, age 14. He's the local boy in the field. He lives at Corfe Castle. He's looking forward to moving up to the 500 class next year, and he's established himself on his 250. He's of course a Pirates mascot as well. So a very special welcome to our youth competitors, Seth Norman, Charlie Southwick, Archie Rolfe and Cooper Russian. Alright, well there's only one more man to introduce And it follows a firm tradition here at Wimborne Road. This man, as many of you know, is always the last to arrive, and there's no state change tonight. Please welcome the man who is all about tonight, celebrating his testimonial, Richard Lawson! And we're delighted.
So here comes Richard Lawson round.
Accompanying him round as he takes to the track.
Cruz Harris being a bit of a guard of honour. Big thanks to Billy Meaden. Looks like he's loaned the car. He's not here tonight, Bill. Still sent his car along. Up close and personal with the fans. I do like that, coming round with the car. And Elton John, the Rocket Man, being played in the background. A song that we've heard an awful lot this year at Wimborne Road. It's played every time Richard wins a race. It's just over 30 race wins this year. I'm sure it's going to be a bit of a shock when Terry the Track gets back in his Skoda to go home after being in that Mercedes. Just going past, never in doubt corner there on turn 2. Like I said earlier, it's a really good turnout here from the fans, and I'm sure Richard will be truly, truly grateful to the full fans turning out in numbers. And there's probably fans from other tracks and clubs here. But we thank you for that, coming to Wimborne Road.
It is indeed the Rocket Man.
So Richard Lawson enters the fray.
On his good day. It's going to be an emotional occasion. I can tell you that before anything else, he's got a little gift for somebody very special indeed. And I can tell you that with experience, organising a testimonial is no mean feat. And I can say that Richard owes a huge debt of thanks to his wife. It is Chantel who has been the brains behind the testimonial. Richard, she's worked so hard. I can testament to the fact that she's had many nights at 3 o'clock in the morning. And Richard, well, I'm afraid the bouquet is very nice, but you owe her big time, Rich. Fantastic job from Chantel, and I applaud her organisation in getting things for today. Well done to Chantel. All right, well, we've met the teams. I'm going to ask our young youth riders, would you like to make your way back to the pits, please, and give them a round of applause. We gave them their introduction earlier on, so please give it up again for Seth Norman, Charlie Southwick, Archie Rolfe, and Cooper Russon. All right, so first to receive the award, he's riding at number 7 for the All-Stars. We were robbed of seeing him lead the Berwick Bandits in May due to an injury, of course. He was a popular pirate in 2017. Give it up for Lewis Kerr. Number 6 in the All-Stars came into the UK on a 2 average. He quickly turned that into a 5+. That's Ashton BOUGHEN. Number 5, well, he was at Edinburgh last night and he was leading a lone charge against the Pirates. Here's, of course, the Edinburgh number 1, Josh Pickering. Number 4, regularly on our side of the pits, he's having bounced back into form over recent matches, the Donut King, Tobias THOMSEN. Number 3 moved to join Richard at Leicester in the Premiership, where he's enjoying a resurgence of form, Craig Cook. 2, a Workington regular this year with Craig in the Championship, always welcome back to Poole. He was of course a former Pirate, Troy Batchelor. And number 1, such a lively performer, he's a natural choice to lead the All-Stars. I hope you picked up a signed copy of his book, Scott Nicholls. All right, and well, aiming to touch the hopes of the All-Stars, ready to do battle for Richard and the Pirates' good name. Give us a shout out for our very special looking Poole Wessex Marine Pirates! Number 7, well, you could hardly wish for a stronger number 7 than the fast trapping Zach Cook. Number 6, if points were awarded for dedication, he certainly scored double every time, Sam Hagon. Number 5, simply Mr. Entertainment, he's an asset to any team, the bomber himself, Chris Harris. Number 4, a Pirate success story this year, it's hard to imagine he could get any better, Ben Cook. Number 3, he's one that might have been. He spent time as an asset of the Pirates. He never pulled on the skull and crossbones though. Charles Wright. Number 2, racing only Premiership this term for Ipswich. It's a rare chance to see a 2016 and 2020 Pirate, Adam Ellis. And he's the point-scoring machine for whom today's events are all about. Our number 1, Rocket Man, Richard Lawson. All right, the 2 captains, Ben Cook and Scott Nicholls, are going to do the coin toss. Morris has got the coin. Up it goes, and it comes down heads. Scott says that Josh Pickering wants 2 and 4. So I guess that's what they're doing. 2 and 4 in Heat 1 for the All-Stars. First blood to the All-Stars.
So there we go. All the formalities out of the way. As you've heard, it seems to be a situation where Scott Nicholls won the toss, but in jovial form. We saw Josh Pickering having a bit of a giggle in the photographs. He wants us to go off 2 and 4 for the All-Stars. So Scott Nicholls did exactly what Josh Pickering wanted, but us Pirates fans know that Scott was here the other week with Oxford Cheetahs. He went for 1 and 3, and no, he didn't. He actually won the toss and went for Heat 15. And we know that was Poole's first of Heat in over 40 matches. So Nicholls got it right that night. Has Pico got it right tonight? Adam Ellis there, heading off. He had a nasty one. Has been off for 2.5 weeks. With an injury, so this is his first one back. As Rob said, he's been practicing Poland, I think Thursday and Friday. Flew back home yesterday, and yeah, I was in the paddock with him when he took out a shiny new, brand new crash helmet. It's got a pink and a bit of pink on it, bit of yellow on it, and yeah, Adam was definitely pleased with his new skid lid. So look out for Adam Ellis' new lid under his blue helmet colour when he comes out for Heat 1.
They are, of course, today's meeting sponsor under the company director, Sean Wilkinson, who we saw earlier on. Well, they are the Southwest leading solar PV installer using a global top.
Louis Kerr there just having a little.
They cover the Southwest region.
He's having a jovial time here with his mechanic. I don't know what he did. I don't know whether he filled him in or what he did, but yeah, it was a jovial time. Good to see riders with smiles on their face. Definitely a different evening this evening. In all seriousness, there's a few of them probably trying a few new things on their machinery before the playoffs come up. And no better time to try it than tonight.
Our STB Grant Henderson Tankers referee is Gary Allen, and we welcome Gary. Wishing you a good meeting. He's up in the box to take charge. And of course, our final reminders are our brand.
So there we go. Louis Kerr goes back in for the Roger Warnes All-Stars.
Designated areas, those are on the apex of
The
bend. There's no flashing
bike's being refueled.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue in today's Wright. And of course,
Richard can now relax a little. The meeting is done. It's started. It's underway. We've got the crowds in. Everything's underway. Richard can now get on and do what Richard does best, which is ride that motorcycle.
all right, those are the ground rules. That's our introductions complete. We're about to head into racing. We're just waiting for the go for heat number 1.
So last minute adjustments there. There's that crash helmet from Adam. Look at it. It's a brand new one. Everybody's getting a good look. Not a chip on it. And if he wants it to stay that way, he's going to have to trap it out of gate 1. Otherwise that will be plastered. Although we've had strange weather here today, on my way into Poole and on Wimborne Road, I got onto the top of Wimborne Road at Hamworthy. Those of you that have been down there, right next to the Toby Carvery, and the rain was so heavy I had to slow down to 20 mile an hour. I had my wipers on fast as they could go, and they just couldn't handle it. And I'm thinking, this meeting is never going to be on. I'm wasting my time coming down. I go another, I don't know, half mile, 3/4 of a mile up Wimborne Road. I go past the New Inn and come up the rise towards the old Tattenham Court pub, and the traffic lights on the top. And the rain started to stop, and as I got down towards the police station, as you turn into the stadium, the road was absolutely dry. I turned into the stadium road, the road was absolutely dry. The car park was dry. I wander into the stadium and I see the guys watering the track because it had totally missed the stadium by about half a mile. So we've been rather fortunate. The luck has gone our way. The weather forecast says we're not due to see any till around 9 o'clock. Well, that will do us because we'll be all done and over by then. So here we go then. The lineup for Heat 1. Our sponsor, M&J Seeley. Gate 1 in blue for the Pirates is Adam Ellis. Gate 2 in yellow for the All-Stars is Troy Batchelor. In Gate 3 in red is the man that it's all about this evening. It's the Rocket Man, Richard Lawson. In Gate 4 is Scott Nicholls in white for the All-Stars. Tapes are up the way we go on Heat 1. Ellis looks to have made a good one off the inside alongside the Rocket Man. The red lights are on. Somebody's jumped it. Excuse me there. We'll have another little look.
Well, we didn't get away cleanly for the first one.
I can't believe the Rocket Man's going to be on a warning at his own meeting on the first start. Is it the Rocket Man that went first? Let's just have a little look. Oh, it was the rider in yellow, Troy Batchelor. He's on a warning. Do you have warnings in testimonials? I thought the only warning you get at testimonial was make sure you turn up when you're invited. So I think we should make it entertaining. Testimonials shouldn't have a warning. I think what we should have is, if you get a warning, you should go for 15 metres for trying to be a little bit of a sneaky Pete. Change a few of the rules. That's what I'd like to see for testimonial. But here we go again. The rerun of Heat 1. In Gate 1 in red is Adam Ellis. No, in Gate 1 in blue is Adam Ellis. My colour blindness coming through there. Gate 2, the creeper in yellow, Troy Batchelor. In Gate 3 in red was Richard Lawson for the Pirates. In Gate 4, Scott Nicholls in white for the All-Stars, who chose 2 and 4. So if he doesn't make it from there, it's kind of his own fault. Here we go again. Ellis has made a good one off the inside. Lawson is just round the outside of him. Ellis is going to have a look over his shoulder maybe. No, he's out front. Enjoyed Gate 1 at the start. Lawson's behind him, being chased by Batchelor. Scott Nicholls at the back. He got a bit filled in there on turn 1. Ellis is just, well, he's keeping that new crash helmet squeaky clean, isn't he, out front in blue? As you can see, going into turn 3, there is dust after that torrential rain just half a mile up the road. Little bit of dust on Heat 1. But Ellis is coming round to the line. It's going to be a 5-1 heat advantage to the Wessex Marine Pirates. So with it's blue, red, yellow and white as they come over the line.
Pirates open with a maximum heat win. Give it up for Adam Ellis and Richard Lawson.
It's a 5-1 heat score. And a great start for the Wessex Marine Pirates. There is your winner, former Pirate, Adam Ellis in blue. You can tell he won, look how clean he is. So here's the official result from Heat 1. It's a win for Adam Ellis in blue for the Pirates. In second, the Rocket Man Richard Lawson, keeping his averages down still, very good of him, in red. In third was Troy Batchelor, and at the back, the man that wanted Gate 4, he finished fourth in white. So there you go, after one heat, the match score, 5 to the Pirates, 1 to the All-Star.
Nicholls, 5-1 to the Pirates. He was all in a time of 59.38 seconds.
And here we go from the start in. Nicholls was the last in. Watch Ellis off the inside. He really went well. Anticipation was right. Got there half a wheel in front of Lawson. Lawson gets around the outside of Batch. And that was it. The issue was solved. So on Gate 1 in white for the All-Stars is Ashton BOUGHEN, currently riding for all Oxford teams. In Gate 2, Sam Hagon in red for the Pirates. In Gate 3 in yellow for the All-Stars, Louis Kerr, the former Pirate. And in Gate 4 in blue, Zach Cook, the current Pirate. Welcome to all our Pirates TV viewers all around the globe. We appreciate you watching the meeting this evening. Very special meeting for Richard Lawson, his testimonial meeting. So pleased you could join us. Here we go then, race 2. The tapes are up and we're underway. Oh, a bit of lean in there. Off comes Sam. Looks a little nasty one. Louis Kerr there trying to get across the corner, just a touch of handlebars.
Well, a very strange incident.
I'm sure once Sam gets up we can have a look.
Sam Hagen coming to grief.
He's still rolling around on track.
Fell awkwardly. He's receiving attention, and we'll get a report on Sam. Hopefully in a moment or two he'll be okay.
I think that was probably the last thing that Sam needed. This particular moment in time. Trying to gain a bit of confidence at the minute. And being on the deck doesn't help that at all. Up gets Sam. Chaz Worsfeld there picking his bike up for him, but here we go into the first turn. Louis Kerr comes across, and yeah, his shoulder just touches the end of Sam's handlebar, and down he goes. I'm wondering now, when you think of the handlebars being upright and everything, think of the riders who had sort of low slung handlebars. Joe Screen, Gary Havelock, even Bomber. Is that why they have those lower handlebars? I'd be interested to know. Hopefully Javi's watching the live stream. Javi, could you just send me a message, and is that why you had those lower slung handlebars? Stop the bit of handlebar rattling on the starts? I'm just interested to know. I'm sure so are the Pirates TV fans. Louis Kerr there, oblivious to all what's gone on. Ashton BOUGHEN. He's having some seasons with Oxford. Really has started his British career extremely well. And obviously being a fan of another club looking in. He's a dashing looking fella as well, ladies. He's definitely right up there. I can see him doing the Alan Rossiter sort of man poses for the paper, you know, topless. Page 7 fella, sat on his bike. I think Roscoe did that back in the day.
Let me give you a bit of an advance, and I can tell you something exciting.
Transponder there on the front of Louis Kerr's bike. These are all in
doesn't mean that you've got to get on the bikes.
Use these days.
That really wouldn't be a good idea.
In most racing.
We are going to have a
There's another one there, and they all have to be positioned in the same place, obviously.
So it's a running race.
Nobody can cheat and put one of those on the front mudguard right at the very front. Well, I suppose one, if they crashed, they would lose them.
Richard Lawson himself.
But yeah, that's what I'd do.
If you've got half a mind to take part in a young person's
We're obviously waiting for Sam's machinery to be straightened out. It was an awkward looking fall.
Ben Cook, for instance, will be keeping an
And
eye
there we are with some of the youth riders that are part of this event.
see if you can be the quickest up to the
Got
first
some British
heading
youth
from the
riders
starting
here.
point. You can do it on foot.
Saw them round on the parade.
We'll give you a rallying call around about
That was Charlie Southwick, number 44. We had in
after heat 12.
shot.
We'll get you to come on down towards the tractor gate down here.
Here we've got
and
Craig
maybe,
Cook.
Wait there patiently until we can get you on track. But a little bit of advance notice if you fancy getting out of breath, getting hot and sticky, then pop down here and we'll.
So as
put
we
you in
await
our
for-
children's race.
There's another couple of the youth riders. Our youth riders this evening are Seth Norman, Charlie Southwick, Archie Rolfe and Cooper Rushton. So there will be a couple of youth races as part of Richard's meeting this evening. We'll pop up through the pits and have a little look. Neil Spanner in for Zach today, Zach Cook. Zach Cook's regular spanner man here at Poole. Josh is, he races 500cc sidecars on grass. And this weekend he's at a meeting in Holland, a European semi-final of the 500cc grass track sidecar. And yeah, so he's out competing this weekend. So Neil has stepped in for him and taken his place. So Josh Goodwood not with him as a mechanic. Charles right there as laid back as ever. Probably the reason that him and Richard get on so well.
So all four will come back to the line. Sam Hagen, Zach Cook, Ashton BOUGHEN, Lewis Kerr, and I promise we'll try and do the rest of the heats in one go. Not all in one go.
Little and large there. Ben Cook having a chat with the very tall Ellis.
All right, 2 minutes on the clock then.
2 minutes are on. Our referee, Gary Allen, has said time is enough. Let's get the 2 minutes on. Let's get some more action on track. It's quite a muggy day today, even though it looks quite overcast and not that beaming sunshine. It's still up around 22 or 23 degrees. Most here in t-shirts. Caught a sweaty, muggy day. But we just want that rain to stay away. So, here we go again then with Heat 2. Sponsored by Allied Mobility. Gate 1 in white, Ashton BOUGHEN for the All-Stars. In Gate 2 in red, Sam Hagen for the Pirates. In Gate 3 in yellow, Louis Kerr for the All-Stars. And it's Zach Cook in Gate 4 for the Pirates. So our start marshal Colin calls the riders in. Our regular start marshal alternates with Colin. He's out, Rob Wadham, he's out in Australia on holiday. I hope you're watching on the live stream, Rob, and I hope you're having a great time on holiday, my friend. See you when you get back. So here we go. Heat 2's back underway. And it's a flyer on the inside from BOUGHEN. He's joined by partner Louis Kerr. And it's the All-Stars on a 5-1, but now here comes Zach Cook having a look round the outside. BOUGHEN chops him off. Or did he drift wide with a bit of grip? Everybody having a good look at the track on the first lap. Zach now looking to be coming up the inside in blue for the Pirates. The back is Sam Hagen in red. BOUGHEN's trying to go around the outside. Louis Kerr riding mid-track. Is there enough on the inside for Zach to pass BOUGHEN? Not just yet. BOUGHEN really attacking the track in white. Good race this one. Front three all together. BOUGHEN, has he gone too wide? He has. Has Zach come up the inside? No. It's yellow, white, blue as they come over the line.
Oh, the All-Stars hit back in heat number 2.
The All-Stars hit back in heat number 2 with a 5-1 heat advantage. There's your race winner in yellow. Here's the official result of Heat 2. A win for the rider in yellow, Louis Kerr. In second, the rider in white, Ashton BOUGHEN. The All-Stars 1 and 2. Third, not for the lack of trying, was Zach Cook. He picks up a point in blue. Sam Hagen was slow off the line there, and he finishes fourth in red. So, the official score after 2 heats, it's 6 to the Pirates and 6 to the All-Stars.
Heat 3 now, sponsored by Spalding Air Conditioning Services.
There's an unusual one. Ben Cook riding in blue at Wimborne Road. We know he usually rides at number 3 and rides in red. So that could confuse me. I'll apologise for that before we start.
For the All-Stars, Craig Cook and Tobias THOMSEN.
A few fans getting a look from the car park outside the stadium. The wheel smash on here. Heat number 3, sponsored by Spalding Air Conditioning Service Limited. And in gate 1, in blue for the Pirates, is Ben Cook. In gate 2, in white for the All-Stars, is Craig Cook. In gate 3, in red for the Pirates, is Charles Wright. And in gate 4, in yellow for the All-Stars, is Tobias THOMSEN. Probably on Richard's engine. Richard Lawson has loaned Tobias an engine to see the season out. He started well with it. The Workington meeting. So Colin, our start marshal, giving the riders the wakey. No timing clock today on the centre green. Here we go then, race 3. We're underway. It's a good one off the inside from Ben Cook. He's followed by Craig Cook. And we've got an incident on the first turn, so the red lights will come on. Craig Cook has now come off as well, under red lights. He was trying to still go around the outside of Ben. I don't think he realised that the race was stopped. So we've got All-Stars all over the place on the floor. We have one on bend 2 and one scuffing into the bends on bend 3 and 4. So here we go, Ben Cook's in. Cut back going from Tobias, and he gripped and threw it on the floor so he didn't hit Charles Wright up behind. He then picks it up off the floor, and then Craig Cook throws it in between 3 and 4 whilst under reds.
We'll see what he says.
So well done to him.
The referee says yes. The referee says all 4 back. Here we are on testimonial night, and well, we don't want to see any races with 3 riders, do we?
I don't know whether it's an unsatisfactory start and we're all going back in. I can't see the exclusion lights.
Good to see 2 riders going down, we're getting up again quick and back to the pits.
So more hold-ups here a little bit. So you can see a more than healthy crowd in today. So there we go. We're going over to the pits and having a look what's going over there with our ReRun reporter Rob Dyer.
Well, a chance maybe just to have a quick word with Ashton BOUGHEN. Ashton walks away. Ashton, behind you, we're on the live stream at the moment. Congratulations, good start in that last race.
Yeah, had a lot more speed than I thought, so just tried to stick it out wide and keep with it. Went a little bit wide one lap, but yeah, I had a lot of speed, felt good, so yeah.
In your time in the sport, you must have come across Richard on a few occasions when the Pirates and the Oxford team have got together, and you get to know what a great racer he is.
Yeah, definitely. I sort of come from the same background as well as me, so from motocross. And yeah, I've guested for Poole, and he's been a lot of help and a really good help for me in my first year of Speedway, so I already thank him and thank him for inviting me today.
And you're doing all 3 leagues with the Oxford club at the moment. How are you finding the travelling and the work required to keep it all going?
I'm only doing the top 2 leagues at the minute, but yes, all learning and all experience. That's why I come today, to learn more things and yeah, just to get ahead.
Looking forward to a Pirates and Cheetahs final a little bit later in the season maybe?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I always love this track. It's my 3rd time here, but last time I had a really good one, and just figuring out the setup and figuring out the track.
Well, don't figure it out too well, will you? Have a good evening. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
There's Ashton BOUGHEN there, and just looking down the visiting lineup for the All-Stars. There's work going on down there, as we can see, for Tobias THOMSEN in yellow, who took the tumble on the first bend there, and a little bit further down I think you can see that Craig Cook and Josh Pickering are down on their hands, and Josh Pickering's on his hands and knees. Craig Cook just getting his gloves back on, ready to go when we rerun heat number 3. So there we go, that's the visiting side of the pit so far. Lots of activity, youngsters getting ready down at the end. They'll be out on their demonstration races fairly shortly.
A week today, the 6th of September.
Round with the Pirates. It's helmets on, goggles on for Charles Wright and Ben Cook. 2-minute time allowance is running, so I'll pass you back to Scotty up in the grandstand.
It's a Friday, you're ahead of me.
Yep, thanks Rob. Good stuff there. Short unofficial break for us with proceedings being held up.
Plenty to come here at Wimborne Road.
First bend bunching, I think that's gone down as from our referee.
We will, but other than that, keep your eyes on
So
press and social media.
we all fall back
At Wimborne Road.
as we head for the rerun of
2 minutes on the clock then. It's
Heat
the
3.
restart. All 4 riders coming back to the line for heat number 3.
So here we go then, the rerun of Heat 3, sponsored by Spalding Air Conditioning Service Limited. In gate 1, in blue is Ben Cook for the Pirates. In gate 2, in white, is Craig Cook for the All-Stars. Gate 3 in red is Charles Wright for the Pirates. And in gate 4 in yellow for the All-Stars is Tobias THOMSEN. Our riders in yellow and white. So here we go then. Our start marshals seem ready. Being called in once more. I think the sun's trying to break through here now. It's always a good thing. So here we go then, the rerun. Heat 3 is underway. Ben Cook looks to have made a good one off the inside again. Craig Cook is okay on the outside. Charles Wright shows him a wheel on the inside of turn 2 in red for the Pirates. Pirates on a 4-2. Tobias has spun round again on turn 3. He clears the track. Fuming with himself that he's gone round in a circle. It's all about Charles Wright here now, trying to get round Craig Cook, second and third. Ben Cook's gone out front. Charles going for the big one round the outside. Has he done enough? Yes, he has. Good move there from Charles. In red, it puts Poole on a 5-1. So it looks like for the third heat in a row, it's going to be a 5-1 heat score. It's blue, red and white as they come over the line.
Pirates that time for another maximum victory, their second of the evening.
Another maximum victory in favour of the Pirates. There is your heat winner in blue. The popular captain from the Pirates, Ben Cook from Cowra in Australia. I wonder if Mick and Liz are watching tonight, Ben's and Zach's mum and dad. Here's the official result of Heat 3. It's a win for Ben Cook in blue. for the Pirates in second. A good pass from Charles Wright on Craig Cook to get second in red for the Pirates. In third, Craig Cook in white. And then fourth, failing to finish, Tobias THOMSEN in yellow. So here we go. All from the tapes. Then Cook makes it there, and Craig Cook got there level with him, but went a little bit straight on. Charles Wright had a little nibble on the inside there in red, but he didn't quite get round. You see Tobias THOMSEN there spinning round and doing a donut. That sent him out the back door, but now here we go. Charles Wright was working very, very hard. Really committed to turn 3. Had a good go and knew that when he came inside, if he'd have stayed wider, he could get him. So he then lengthened the straight from 2 to 3. Super commits around the outside. Craig Cook worried he was going to come under him if he went too wide, but Charles Wright sailed around the outside. Good move from him, good racing. Just what the public want to see. So here we go then, Heat 4, sponsored by the King's Lynn Stars. Very nice touch. In gate 1 is Zach Cook for the Pirates in blue. In gate 2, Louis Kerr in yellow for the All Stars. Gate 3 in red, Chris Bomber Harris for the Pirates. Yes, it's been a while since we said that. And in gate 4 in white, Josh Pickering for the All Stars. And let's not forget, it was Josh Pickering that was trying to convince Scotty Nicholls he wanted gate 4 for his first ride. I have a funny feeling it might have been the other way round. He told Scott he didn't want it, so Scott gave it to him. Part of the jovialness of a meeting of this type. Up we go and away we go, and gate 1's gone well again for Zach Cook. Bomber's made a start. Red alert, Bomber's made a start. How unentertaining is that? He's out front in red. Josh Pickering's going around the outside of Zach. Zach's giving racing room. Pickering has to stand it up and put our handbrake on. No, I'm only joking. We have no bikes on these bikes. But it's still Bomber out front in red. Just wide. Zach trying to protect Bomber on the inside. Pico now taking an inside line, puts his front wheel over the white line, trying to find a new piece of dirt for the back wheel. Now it's Pico going deep. As you can see, he's trying to get around the outside. Zach a little bit in no man's land there for the Pirates in blue. Pico tries the inside route again. Louis Kerr at the back in yellow. One last go here from Pico. He goes wide, coming up the inside. But it's a 5-1 in favour of the Pirates. It's red, blue, white and yellow as they come over the line. Yet another 5-1 here after 4 heats. 4 heats, 4 5-1s. There's your entertaining winner. Made it from the start. He's getting an old boy now. He's worked out that he's got to do it from the start. It's a lot easier. Chris Bomber Harris and Zach Cook. Official result of heat number 4. It's a win for Chris Harris in red for the Pirates. In second, in blue, Zach Cook for the Pirates. In third, Josh Pickering, who was all over everybody. He was trying to get by, not for the lack of trying, but he didn't quite make it. He picks up a point for the All-Stars. And at the back was Louis Kerr in yellow. So, match score after 4 heats. 16 to the Pirates, 8 to the All-Stars.
1 to the Pirates now after 4 races, 16 to the Pirates and 8 to the All-Stars.
Here we go from the start. Zach made a good one there. Oh no, this is the previous heat. That is Ben Cook.
All right, we've got the first of our youth championship riders who are heading to take.
So here we go now. We have the Young Lions heats.
All part of the 2024.
There's Cooper Rushton as he comes to the line in yellow.
think it's quite possible we've got the top 4 in that championship currently in the standings. Certainly Cooper Russell.
These guys, I believe, all on 250s.
Many of those qualifying rounds so far. So in the red
Here we go with the GB Youth Heat. In gate 1 in red, number 6 will be Seth Norman. In gate 2 in blue will be Charlie Southwick for himself. Gate 3 in white will be Archie Ruff, and in the outside is Cooper Rushton. Cooper Rushton's made a flyer from the outside and he's cut across Charlie Southwick. Charlie Southwick in blue in second. So out front it's the rider in yellow, looking very stylish, Cooper Rushton. In second is Charlie Southwick in blue. Sometimes we see him doing a few laps here after the meetings on a Wednesday. Looking pretty good. It's Cooper Rushton out front, really has got grips with this place. Third in red is Sam Norman, who's gone head first into the fence. He's had a big one. You see the rider in white there, he's looking for his mate behind. Archie Rolfe. There, got an eye on his mate. He really did go big time. It was just out of my shot. I was watching the front guys. That part of the corner is just blocked by my cameraman stood to the right. And he really went in hard. Hopefully he's okay.
And obviously the race stopped in the interest of safety.
We'll obviously bring you pictures once we hear he's all well and good, but it just looked a nasty incident.
They've been battling through the 2024 British Youth Championship. All these guys were in action last night at Leicester, where Leicester staged over 40 races.
Made everybody here breathe in the main stand.
And these guys all in action up there.
Unfortunately, part of the sport.
Who prevailed to take the win in that round. And clearly when you see him like on track, it's easy to see why Cooper is as successful he is. All of these guys very proficient getting their bikes sideways and looking like Speedway is in good hands if these are the young riders coming through.
These are the young farmers, the young riders coming through in the sport. An unfortunate incident there. Still all eyes are on Bend 1 in the stadium. Yeah, it does look like it's quite a nasty one. Just looked awkward. Thank goodness for the air fence. A fantastic addition to Speedway in recent years. We would bring you pictures, but Seth Norman is down on the floor. So there's procedures. Once crashes happen, there are procedures within the rules and safety aspects. So I already can see that the crash helmet has gone off with the clerk of the course. That will go to the official examiners in the pits that we have at every meeting. So the skid lip will be checked. The referee is heading down to have a look at turn 1 as well to check the fencing. Oh, that's great news. You can hear the round of applause. Seth Norman is up, and as you can see, the Pirates fans applauding the fact that he's up and away.
They take the knocks back. So I hope that Seth isn't too...
Looks like we're going to take a crap.
And we can see him
A track grade.
in our next qualifying heat. I say qualifying heat.
So, track grade is going to happen.
And
our guys in the pits are ready. So we'll head over to our roving reporter and Rob Dyer.
Well, here we are with the main man, Richard. Lots of prep going on before the meeting. Riding in it is quite the easy part.
Yeah, I actually think it is very stressful and a lot of organising, but I think we've got everything covered, and it looks like a great turnout, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go back and recap your history a little bit, and most people will know a lot about it, but you got into Speedway by accident, really, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. I was fully into my motocross and not really considering changing, and it was just one day me and a mate were going motocrossing, and we got a phone call if we wanted to have a go and have a tryout at Workington, so we did, and it's been a long road from there, but that's where it all started in 2008.
And you got a lot of your contemporaries here with you, and Speedway riders are a pretty tight-knit crew, but these are guys that you have to trust out on track, and a chance to bring them into the meeting like this is fantastic.
Yeah, really great. I got a good bunch of guys here, and they're already putting on some good racing. It's not just for show; they're really getting stuck in. So big thanks to them and everyone that's been involved.
Now here comes the curveball, because when the Workington were here last week, we went out and we asked some fans a few questions and asked them what they'd like to ask you. So here we go. The answer is yes, no, or pass in most cases. So what sort of music do you like?
So actually, I can go from Alanis Morissette to Nirvana, Kings of Leon, Dolly Parton. I'm pretty open, but there's loads I'm into.
Can you do a Rubik's Cube?
Do you know what? I think it was lockdown. I got right into a Rubik's Cube, and I got pretty far. No, I can't. I got pretty far, but not quite completed.
What's in your fruit salad bowl today?
It's normally melon, pineapple, strawberries and blueberries.
But not today.
Not today. I forgot to get it.
Have you got any pets at home?
Just a couple. We got 6 dogs. So it's a bit of a madhouse.
Brilliant. I didn't expect that one. Can you cook?
Yeah, I'm not bad actually. Shani is like a supreme chef. So anything under her standards is not so good. But she's taught me well.
Do you get on with your next door neighbours?
No.
Next question. Do you have a road car?
I do, yes. It's a Mustang.
Well, there you are. That's a pretty... Ask a silly question and get a brilliant answer. Can you play an instrument?
No, I'm absolutely useless when it comes to things like that. I did try a little bit with a guitar, and I'm sure my fingers are too fat for this, and give up that pretty quickly.
Last silly question. Are you as hairy as that all over?
Yep.
Some Speedway questions, sensible ones. Roughly how many meetings do you do a season?
Really pushing on to... we're always about 90. Sometimes it's more. I've done over 100 one time, and I did just under a couple. It's normally either very late 80s or early 90s.
Do you go to any... Well, no, can't put it the other way around. Are there any tracks that you used to go to that aren't running now that you enjoyed racing at?
Yeah, quite a few, unfortunately. Obviously, my old club, Lakeside, we can't go there anymore. Eastbourne, that's gone. I used to love them too. Also, most recently, Peterborough. So, them 3 stick out in my mind.
Support from the grandstand. Have you ever been drug tested at a Speedway meeting?
I have a couple of times, and actually the very last home meeting, me and Craig Cook got called in to do a drug test, and obviously I've still got my licence, so I passed.
But it must be a bit trepidatious for you. If you get called in, you think, I haven't done anything wrong, but I might have got something in the services, or I might have got something in the chemist for a sore throat, and that could throw it right out.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Sometimes you never know what something's in some just normal food. So even though you know you're clean, it's a relief when you pass it.
And how much of a Speedway anorak are you?
Well, I don't know if you're going to hit me with some questions. I don't. Not that big actually. I don't know if it's just because I'm that busy with my own thing. I kind of keep in my lane, and yeah, somebody told me I was top of the averages. I didn't even know.
On to tonight. Good start in heat number 1. Starting gate's a little bit wavy, shall we say, but overall good meeting so far, and happy how it's going.
Yeah, unfortunately we just had a bad crash there, but he's up and he's walked off, so that's the main thing. But yeah, it is a little bit bumpy over the start finish. I'm not sure what happened there, but it still kept the racing really close. So hopefully it can do a little grade now and get it back going.
Thanks, Richard. It's great to have you, and have a fantastic rest of the meeting.
Thanks very much, and also thanks to everyone that's tuned in on the live stream. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Richard. There we go. That's great with Richard there, and getting a few Speedway questions and a few silly questions as well. Let's just walk around the corner, shall we, and see what's happening on the other side of the tracks, as they say.
Starting gate into the first corner to be flagged in by Richard Lawson.
Scotty's here. I'll soon have a quick word with Scotty in a second. Though I might change that because he's got to go, I think, in the next race. So we'll try and get back to Scotty a little bit later on. Just looking down the line there's plenty of activity going on. And as I say that, Scotty's putting his helmet on, ready to go. Richard down there just checking with the youngsters that after that tumble they're okay. Here's Charlie Southwick. Let's just speak to Charlie. Charlie, it's youth racing today, and you got a good one to start with. Shame about the fall, but how do you find things out there today?
Well, obviously I'm used to riding after the meeting, so it's just nice to ride it when it's in a bit of a better condition, and yeah, it did well, really.
And has Richard done anything towards your development or progression?
Yeah, he's giving us some stuff, like some chain lube and that. It always helps.
And a few tips, how to make the good gate?
Well, he hasn't, well, yet, but...
Go and ask him. He's the expert on getting out the traps quick. Have the rest of the meeting in fun. Cheers, Charlie.
Thank you.
There's Charlie Southwick, the local lad here, comes from Corfe Castle, so he is a real local boy. Let's go back round to the main stand, because I can see the tractor looks like it may be heading off. And if that's the case, then I'll pass you back to Scotty in the grandstand. We'll just confirm that first of all. And if that and the Bowser head west, we will return. But otherwise, we'll see if we can pick up a little bit more chat in the pit lane. Adam Ellis in conversation with the Cook boys. It's Charles Wright. Let's see if we can have a word with Charles. Charles is always a good man. Charles, just to interrupt you, we're on the live stream at the moment. Welcome back to Poole. I think not often you get down there these days, is it?
No, it's 4.5 hours for me, so less as possible. But obviously, we're here today to celebrate Richard's testimonial. He's a good friend of mine and for a long time, so no, I'm pleasure to do this meeting for him.
Yeah, I know you probably started out almost the same time in the sport, and your development has run hand in hand, really. But we've been talking about Richard's assets and how good he is. He's a starter, isn't he? He's good off the gate.
Yeah, I wish I could make the start half as him and I'll win a few more races. But yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he's always out in front and he makes it easy then.
You've just done the opposite and come from the back to take a paid win there, so good start.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah,
Thanks a lot. Cheers, Charles. Sorry to trouble you. We'll back off, head off over to the grandstand and to Scotty.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Does Charles not realise we're Pirates TV? You stick with us, mate. We'll tell the ref to calm down. And, you know, this is a jovial, fun day today. We were having a good chat with Charles. But, yes, he's out in E5. So he had to get himself all geared up. There he is, throwing the gloves on, and skid lid's already on. The All-Stars are already out here raring to go. So yeah, the Pirates being held up by Pirates TV. I wonder what that phone conversation from the pits to the referee would be like, with Mr. Middleditch on there going, oh, is that Pirates TV? Scotty said we could have a chat. Yeah. It's just one of those days today. We hope you're enjoying it. We're enjoying you bringing the spring. And heat number 5 sponsored by the Tyres family. Gate number 1 is Troy Batchelor for the All-Stars in yellow. Gate number 2, the man we just interviewed, Charles Wright in red for the Pirates. Gate 3 in white is Scott Nicholls for the All-Stars. And in gate 4 in blue is the Pocket Rocket, Ben Cook for the Pirates. So, we are here at heat number 5. I do take it the junior race was awarded, so I'll do my utmost to remember who was where when we come back to those guys coming out. P5 is up and underway, and it looks a good one off the inside from Craig Cook, but it looked like Charles Wright got over the top of him. Oh no, it's Batchelor on the inside. Yeah, slightly confusing. It's Ben Cook out front, that's all we need to know. Followed by Charles Wright. And we're looking at another 5-1 here, unless Scotty Nicholls can get up the inside of Charles Wright. Nicholls trying something, he's rolling the throttle off, trying to get some grip. Charles Wright going wide, finding a bit of a dirt berm around the outside. But it's Ben Cook, we can say in his usual spot there for the Pirates out front. In blue today, but usually we would see him in red, right at number 3. It's a win for the rider in blue, Ben Cook. Charles Wright second in red. Third, Scott Nicholls in yellow. And at the back, sorry, in yellow, Troy Batchelor, Nicholls in white. Another 5-1 heat advantage in favour of the Pirates. Another win for the rider in blue, Ben Cook, using his track time very wisely. Here's the official confirmation of the heat result. It's a 5-1 in advantage of the Pirates. It's a win for Ben Cook in blue for the Pirates. In second, following home, picking up a couple, is Charles Wright in red. Scotty Nicholls really challenging Righty early doors, but he comes home third in white. And at the back was Troy Batchelor, who looked to make a good start and just got squeezed up onto the grass a little on the inside and had to shut off, and that was his race. So, after 5 heats, the match score 21 to the Pirates and 9 to the All-Stars. Oh, somebody had an expensive mistake there. They pulled off 2 tear-offs at once. Yeah, annoying that when that happens. I'm sure they can afford it, it'll be all right. So, here we go. We are just about to start Heat 6. And there is our man of the moment. The day that it's all about. The Rocket Man, Richard Lawson. Cumbrian's finest. Former motocrosser. We're learning lots more about him as he stays here at Poole. This heat sponsored by MB Wilkes. For all your soils, gravels and decorative stone. In gate 1 in red is Richard Lawson for the Pirates. In gate 2 in white is Josh Pickering for the All-Stars. In gate 3 in blue is Adam Ellis for the Pirates. And in gate 4 in yellow is Ashton BOUGHEN for the All-Stars. Now Ashton BOUGHEN, we got a little chat with him earlier, and he said he starts to like the track. He struggled with his first visit. It's a track he's starting to like, so it'll be interesting to see what he's up to. Could he be back here in the playoffs with Oxford? Who knows? Only time will tell. Good to see Adam Ellis back here, the former Pirate. Obviously rode at Lakeside with Richard Lawson. And this is like a meeting coming back off injury for Adam, so A good test for him and the fitness. The danger man here is Pickering in white for the All-Stars. But it's Richard Lawson. He goes out front, pens everybody back. BOUGHEN having a good look round the outside, the young 17-year-old. Oh, he's right up against the fence. He's found some grip and he's gone. Good move from BOUGHEN there for the All-Stars. Pico now having a little look at the inside of Lawson. It's Adam Ellis at the back in blue. He's now having a look at Pico. Pico gets a bit of lift. Chuck a blanket over the three at the back, but it's BOUGHEN out front. He looks really, really good for the All-Stars. He said he was starting to enjoy this track and find the setups. He certainly seemed to have found a setup here. He is going to take the win in yellow, red, white, and blue failing to finish. So it's a win for Ashton BOUGHEN. Here is your winning rider. Nice little wheelie there too. So confirmation of the Heat 6 result. It's a win for Ashton BOUGHEN in yellow. In second, in red is Richard Lawson, the Rocket Man. In third, in white was Josh Pickering, and at the back, in blue, Adam Ellis. So the match score after 6 heats, 23 to the Pirates, 13 to the All-Stars.
59.1 was his winning time. Second in red, Richard Lawson. Third in white was Josh Pickering. And fourth in blue.
There's our referee, Gary Allen. He's been very sensible this evening so far on a couple of incidents that he's had to deal with.
4-2 to the All-Stars in heat number 6. It makes it 23 to the Pirates and 13 to the All-Stars after 6 races. 59.10 was Ashton's winning time in heat number 6. 2 minutes on the clock now about heat number 7.
So the riders approach the start line for heat 7.
Repairs and MOTs. All under the guidance of our own Russell Foot. So our thanks to Russell for his support tonight. Bringing together in heat number 7, Chris Harris and Sam Hagen as Pirates. All-Stars, Craig Cook and Tobias THOMSEN.
So here we go then, heat 7, sponsored by Poole Tyre and MOT Centre. In gate 1 for the All-Stars, Craig Cook. In gate 2 in red for the Pirates, Chris Harris, he won first time out. Gate 3 for the All-Stars in yellow, it's Tobias THOMSEN, and in gate 4 in blue, Sam Hagen for the Pirates. A little ironic that these two, THOMSEN and Hagen, the reserve pairing for the Pirates on a regular meeting, and so this time they are against one another. A few final checks there for THOMSEN. Up go the tapes and away we go, and it's Bomber making a start again. Sam Hagen in the dirt, coming right round the outside. What a move from him. Cookie keeps him honest on the inside. Hagen still keeps it pinned round the outside. Cookie's gone the shorter route, so he's managed to retake the place back from Hagen. Hagen out there having another good look. Tobias THOMSEN at the back in yellow for the All-Stars. Craig Cook now comes inside, trying to make sure that Sam can't come down that route, but it's Chris Bomber Harris out front. Looks to be having a whale of a time. In red for the Pirates. Craig Cook still there in white in second. It's a win for Chris Harris in red, white, blue and yellow as they come over the line.
Run for the man in red. 2 out of 2 now for Chris Bomber Harris.
4-2 returns straight back onto the All-Stars from the Pirates. And here is your winner of Heat 7, the legend that is Chris Harris. The official result of Heat 7 looks like this. It's a win for Chris Harris in red for the Pirates. In second in white was Craig Cook for the All-Stars. In third in blue was the hard charging and hard trying Sam Hagen. Did well to get that point. And in fourth was Tobias THOMSEN in yellow for the All-Stars. So after 7 heats, the match score sits 27 to the Pirates, 15 to the All-Stars. Here we are in our commentary studio. Now you can see why I can't see what happens to the right of me. I've got this lump stood in the way. But there we go. That's why I've got a screen in front of me. So we're getting ready now for Heat 8. Somebody's grabbed a burger there during the half-time session. Very nice too. Like you can see, a very healthy crowd. Sunday afternoon Speedway at Poole is a rare one. As our riders heading out to track for Heat 8. Quite a funny little saga. I was with Adam Ellis and he was writing out all his heats that he rides in the pits, and the printout sheet that he had went from Heat 7 to Heat 9. There was no Heat 8. He knew he had 3 rides, but he couldn't find his extra ride, and it looks like he's not actually out on track. So maybe he's still not found it. He said, I've only got 3 rides tonight. I said, no, you've definitely got 4. And yeah, Heat 8 was missing off his scorecard. Because he was riding at number 2, I knew he rides Heat 8. So I said, I know you'll be in red, but I don't know what gate you'll be off because we haven't done the toss yet. So Heat 8, we've got Heat 7 up on the graphic. Here we go. Heat 8 sponsored by Phil Wicker. Thanks, Phil. Richard appreciates it. In gate 1 in yellow is Lewis Kerr for the All-Stars. Gate 2 in blue is Zach Cook for the Pirates. Gate 3 in white is Troy Batchelor for the All-Stars. And in gate 4, the Late Show in red is Adam Ellis for the Pirates. Probably making a few changes from that last he ran in Heat 6. As you say, making a comeback from injury, been out for about 2.5 weeks. So good to see Adam here, supporting Richard's evening, and also getting a bit of a run out himself, checking his fitness. Ipswich will be looking for him to be back in the fold as soon as he can. Up go the tapes on Heat 8 and away we go. Ellis does the big cutback in red. Oh, they're all doing the cutback. We had 3 going for the same patch there at one point. It was Batchelor in white that actually came out the other side and had it. Louis Kerr was there and got round the outside of Adam. Ellis now looking at the back of Louis Kerr. Zach Cook out front. He's gone for the Pirates. He leads it. And Adam Ellis now looking to do something about Louis Kerr. Louis Kerr's gone in deep. Ellis is already there. He has a look over his shoulder. Ellis now trying the narrow line. Not quite working. Batch is comfortable in his armchair in second. So win for Zach Cook in blue, then Batchelor in white. Third in yellow, Louis Kerr. And at the back was Adam Ellis. Our first 3-all heat score of the day. And it's taken 8 heats. Here's your winner, Zach Cook in blue. So, confirmation of the Heat 8 result. It's a win for Zach Cook in blue for the Pirates. He picks up the 3 points. In second was Troy Batchelor for the All-Stars, followed on by his partner in third, Louis Kerr for the All-Stars, and at the back, Adam Ellis in red for the Pirates. So, your match score after 8 heats here at Wimborne Road is 30 to the Pirates, 18 to the All-Stars. Here we go from the start. Ellis spun up there as he came in, tried to cut underneath, and then Batchelor came through the gap. He was the rider in white. He takes second place, and then Louis Kerr stayed nice and high in yellow. And he came round the outside of Ellis and consigned Ellis to that last place. So here we go. We're back with the junior heat. Looks like we are down to 3 riders after the incident in the first one. So, gate 1, we have Archie Rolfe. In gate 2, in blue, we have Cooper Rushton, and in gate 3, in white, we have Charlie Southwick. Away we go, and it's a flyer from the rider in blue, Cooper Rushton. Charlie Southwick in white is now taken after him. In third is Archie Rolfe, and obviously Seth Newman hasn't made the start line, unfortunately, after his crash in Heat 1. But really attacking the track is Cooper Rushton. Looking very good. A little bit Adam Ellis like with the tassels there off of his race Kevlars. I remember Adam turning up with a set of those. Only for one meeting. We have another incident down on turn 3. This time it's Charlie Southwick that's gone down. Cooper Rushton has no idea what's gone on. He's gone on and won the race. Second, I'm sure that will be confirmed with Archie Rolfe.
That was unfortunate. He was doing so well. Those guys, they're stylists. They put it together. They put very creditable performance.
So we're now checking out our second junior rider. They're falling like flies here.
And they're receiving attention right now.
Who said that Sunday afternoon was a restful afternoon? I'm sure there's now some concerned parents.
The official results on heat number 2, it was awarded, of course, the rider in blue, the winner, Cooper Rushton, with no time as this race stopped in the interest of safety.
So,
Place awarded to Archie Rolfe in red, and unfortunately,
I think
no third finisher.
we are heading for a track grade. Tapes are being taken down.
Well, you join us back in pit lane, and we've got some riders here just discussing what's been happening this evening. I'm going to talk to Neil Middleditch, if I can. Such a successful team manager for the Pirates, and let's hope that Neil will have a word. Neil, we know that you're very good on the bike, but let's have a word about Richard, because today is all about him, and you've had the job of managing him for the last 3 seasons, and couldn't have got a better rider, could you?
No, absolutely no. I mean, I'm Richard. I mean, he lets his riding do the talking, doesn't he? Really. I mean, I said in the programme notes, you know, he has his way about him. He likes to rock up late, well, not late, but you know, obviously last one here, and then just gets the job done, and out he goes and bangs in a handful of points or a load of points. And but yeah, no, he's so easy to work with. You know, he's just. Richard, go out and race, yeah, I'll go out and race. You know, no question about it. And I think he's really enjoying his time here. And he said it again in his programme notes today that he's thoroughly enjoying himself with the Pirates. And yeah, long may it continue.
Yeah, definitely. And when you look at riders like Richard, he's got a fantastic attribute of being able to get out the starts quick, and certainly pays dividends, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, you always say Speedway's all about the starts. It's not all about the starts, but the starts are a huge part of racing. You know, particularly when you're in a good race with sort of 3 other good riders. You know, if you can get that first 30 metres first, that's an advantage. You know, you don't want to be chasing people. So, and yeah, Richard does have that in his toolbox.
When you look at his CV as well, he's ridden up tracks big and small up and down the country, and that has obviously been a fantastic progression for him, and gives us as a Pirate supporter and you as the Pirate manager the ability to rely on him anywhere we go.
Yeah, that's right. As you say, he's cut his teeth on a lot of different kind of size tracks, and that's good. I mean, it's like some of the sort of Polish boys come over here from Poland and just can't get on with our tracks. But you know, Richard can ride any sort of track, big, little. He's fast. He's technical. He thinks. He's a thinker on a bike. You know, and if you know you've got Richard behind you, which is very rare, you know you've got a tiger on your tail.
He's not captain here, of course, at Poole at the moment, but he would make an ideal captain at any team up and down the country. But he's never shy on mucking in with the other riders and giving advice and help wherever he can.
Yeah, no, I think Richard, like I say, he keeps himself to himself a little bit. You know, that's just his way. I mean, Ben's a good captain, but you know, it's not. Yeah, the captain's role is tossing the coin and, you know, looking after your boys, but all the boys. Richard obviously got a lot of experience, so you know, if I say to him, you know, go and have a word with so and so, or walk up and have a word with him, you know, go and tell him what the track's like, tell him what the starts are like. So he's very, very, you know, forthcoming with his help for the kids, or not for the kids, for the other riders. Tonight's
or this afternoon's meeting is going the way of the Pirates, but Richard's assembled a fantastic lineup of 14 guys, 13 plus himself, of course, to pay tribute to him, and they're doing him justice. Yeah, that's right. I mean, in testimonials sometimes it can be quite hard to get you know, the riders you want, you know, with other commitments and things like that. But no, it's a testament to Richard, the riders that have turned up today. Just thinking about the Pirates now, top of the league, BSN finalists, Knockout Cup next week to sort out a good season so far. But it's those trophies, isn't it, that really count. What are you going to be doing to motivate the boys and get them running? Yeah, we know that too well, don't we, from our disappointment last year. You know, we won 1 trophy, but the 2 we really wanted we didn't get, and so we've got to try and make amends this year. I mean, what can we do? We can just keep on doing what we're doing, but you know, there's, dare I say it, you know, there's a couple of boys who need to step up. We got we're right at the business end of the season now, but the top 4, you know, they need support. They can't do it on their own. And have you got an update on Vinnie Ford and how he's progressing? Well, no, he's basically done for the season, and I think, you know, dare I say, it's probably the wisest move, because, you know, come back again, do some lasting damage. You know, and obviously we would like him back, but you know, we've said, you know, take the time you need. You know, there's no point in rushing back. You don't get paid any more for being a hero, and you can end up getting hurt. Well, that's interesting words, Neil. Thanks for your time this afternoon, and keeping our fingers crossed that the meeting progresses smoothly. Richard's had a good finish. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Neil. So there we are, the wise words of Neil Middleditch. So the tractor, I believe, is still out on the circuit. Let's just have a quick word with Ben, who's doing his impressions. Hi, Ben. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's a very interesting pose you're adopting there. It's a bit like a mannequin wearing a suit.
We're just taping up, getting prepped up.
how's things going? I mean, 2 good results for the Pirates over the last couple of days. I guess you're a little bit disappointed because you dropped a couple of metre races out during that, but on the whole, everything okay?
Yeah, it's all good. Our main job was to get the win at Edinburgh, which we done. So yeah, 45 all draw at Worky with a bit of bad luck. So we'll take that. We've got to go there again in the next few weeks. Yeah, I'm sure we can go there to get the job done and get a win there. So yeah, all good at the minute.
Yeah, I've got to say that retirements for mechanical problems are rare on the Pirate side, and you suffered one, didn't you? Richard had one yesterday. Must be frustrating for you.
Yeah, we both done a rear chain, the exact same spot. So if we've got to get it out of the system now, let's get it out, and hopefully it's none of that in the playoffs.
Okay, well, leave it there. 2s are on. Thanks, Ben. And as we say, with the 2s on, time to pass you back to the grandstand, and Scotty will carry on commentaries for you.
Happy to support heat number 9.
Yep, 2 minutes back on for heat number 9.
Ben Cook for the Pirates, taking on
in this
All-Stars
testimonial meeting for Richard Lawson. Found out a few things about him there earlier in a little conversation. Tracks that he really liked were Peterborough, Lakeside and Eastbourne that are no longer with us. And he owns a Mustang. I've only ever seen him in a van. So yeah, that was some good stuff to hear, and it's, yeah, not so good to hear that he's really hairy all over his body. But anyway, we'll leave it there for the time being. We don't want to embarrass Richard anymore. Heat 9. We've got some of the protagonists around here.
Their most successful pair in heat number 9. 2 paired races together. They've returned the maximum score in each.
So, sponsored by Riders Equipment Fund, or Ref for short. Please get involved. The number's just there on your screen. In gate 1, in white, is Josh Pickering for the All-Stars. Gate 2, in blue, with his 2 wins for the Pirates, is Ben Cook. Gate 3, in yellow, Ashton BOUGHEN on a paid 2 wins for the All-Stars. And in red, Charles Wright. Also on paid wins in red. Gate 4 for the Pirates. So Ashton BOUGHEN here was kind of impressed with that young man. 17 just 10 days ago. So he's been riding most of the season as a 16-year-old. Youth 500cc champion last year in his first year of racing, and I was impressed with his last outing. Oh, this is a good one now. Ben Cook's missed it totally. BOUGHEN's out in the big stuff now, and he's riding around like a bucking bronco. The bike was lifting and gripping and lifting. Pico out front, now being chased by Charles Wright. Charles Wright going up to the high line. He's all over Pico. But Pico has a choice of where he wants to go. He then lifts out on turn 2. What do they chuck, some chewing gum down out there? The rider's getting closer and closer to the fence. Exited the turns. Ben Cook up the inside, but it looks to all intents and purposes we've got our second level heat with a win for Pico. In white, it's white, red, blue and yellow as they come over the line.
Heat number 9 for the All-Stars. In white, Josh Pickering.
3-all heat score, our second of the meeting, and there's your winner. Josh Pickering finally found a setup that he seems happy with. Nice setup, nicely to do wheelies. So here we go then. Official result of heat 9. It's a win for Josh Pickering in white. He's followed in by Charles Wright for the Pirates in red. He picks up a couple of points. Ben Cook picks up a point in blue. And Ashton BOUGHEN was right there at the start, but got all squiggly and squirrely there on turn 2. He ends up at the back in yellow for the All-Stars. And here we go from the start. We're going to see all the interest here. Pico makes a good one off the inside. Ben Cook missed the jump totally. Pico looks over to leave room for Ashton, but Ashton then starts to pick up himself and doing all silly stuff with the front wheel. And the race continued on from there.
Has been called for heat number 10. Richard Lawson and Adam Ellis will be there for the Pirates.
So heat 10.
Craig Cook and Tobias THOMSEN for the All-Stars.
This one's sponsored by EBLO Golf. The sponsors of heat 10 there. Rider in yellow on the inside is Tobias THOMSEN for the All-Stars. In gate 2 in blue is Adam Ellis for the Pirates. In gate 3 in white is Craig Cook for the All-Stars. And in gate 4 is Richard Lawson in red for the Pirates.
Gate number 3 in white belongs to a rider with 3 points from 2 rides.
Riders have got the foot spades out there in the first on the inside. Richard must have already done his, or he's picking a nice new spot to go from. We see some of the dirt being dragged out there from the fence. So Colin, our start marshal, trying to get the riders, endeavouring to get the riders into tapes. They're all enjoying this Sunday afternoon out on track. So here we go, heat 10, away we go. Ellis has made a good one, he's going to go around the inside, Lawson goes around the outside. Ellis will wait for his partner to go round, and that's exactly what he's done. Craig Cook having a look up the inside in white. Ellis now shuts the door on that move and drifts a little bit mid-track. Could get caught napping there if he's not careful, can Adam Ellis. Can be no man's land. Lawson out front in red at his testimonial meeting. Looking very good. Adam Ellis, good to see him home in second. Craig Cook there in white, giving it his all. At the back, and yellow Tobias THOMSEN. So, it's going to be a race win for the rider in red, Richard Lawson. It's red, blue, white, yellow as they come over the line. It's a 5-1 to the Pirates. There is your race winner. And the reason that we're here on this Sunday afternoon down on the coast here at Wimborne Road in Dorset. Here's the official score result of Heat 10. It's a 5-1 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. It's a win for Richard Lawson, the Rocket Man in red, followed on by his partner Adam Ellis in blue. He picks up a couple of points. In third in white is Craig Cook. He picks up a point. And at the back, Tobias THOMSEN in yellow for the All-Stars. So, match score after 10 heats, 38 to the Pirates, 22 to the All-Stars. The Pirates nearly home and dry. And here we see from the start, Ellis makes a nice one, clamps down on the inside, looks over his shoulder, allows the man of the evening to pop round the outside. Although he gets a bit squirrely going into turn 3.
Walking area there, next to the tractor entrance. We'll be happy to take you down after heat 12, and we'll make
Here we go then.
For a letting off speed.
Riders for Heat 11 head out to track.
See what it's like staring down that first bend. Right now though, we're going into heat number 11, sponsored by Leahy Fabrications, Poole manufacturer of metal structures.
Sam Hagon.
And we see Chris Harris and Sam Hagon for the Pirates. Scott Nicholls,
Position.
Batchelor for the All-Stars.
So, Heat 11, sponsor to this one, familiar to the Pirates fans, Leahy Fabrication Limited. In gate 1 in red, Chris Harris. For the Pirates in gate 2 in white, Scott Nicholls for the All-Stars. Gate 3 in blue is Sam Hagon for the Pirates, and in gate 4 in yellow is Troy Batchelor for the All-Stars.
Gate number 2 with 1 point from 2 rides so far.
Having an entertaining afternoon stroke evening here for the Richard Lawson Testimonial. Bomber just steaming up there with the goggles. He's had to go back, and seems strange seeing Bomber with a red bike. You know, last couple of years he's been running a blue livery. Bomber on the inside there, right close to the white line. You've got Batchelor on the outside, Batchelor right close to the white line as well, all looking for new bits. Nicholls and Bomber hit the front. Batchelor's trying to come through. Nicholls goes around the outside. Marvellous move from the veteran, former Pirate. He was just a young man when he came here at first. He's out front, Nicholls finding the dirt. Track's gone very similar to Oxford here now, right out wide. Now it's Harris. Grass tracking it round the outside, makes bike lengths on Nicholls. Nicholls knows he's out there, he can hear him. Harris cuts back up the inside, shows Nicholls the front wheel. Where does Nicholls go now? He knows that Harris is coming around the outside, it's a big one. Harris takes him. Crowd go bananas. It's the Chris Harris of old, gets the run to the line. It's red, white, yellow and blue as they come over the line. It's a 3-all heat score. Down to that move from Chris Harris. Got the move done just before turn 3, not like 2018 when he basically bombed under Doyle there and had a sprint to the line. Super stuff from Harris, super entertainment. Official result of Heat 11, a win for Chris Harris in red. You tell him this means nothing, it's a nothing meeting. It's second place for Scott Nicholls in white. In third, Troy Batchelor in yellow for the All-Stars. And at the back, Sam Hagon in blue. So, match score after 11 heats, 41 to the Pirates, 25 to the All-Stars. Here we see it from the get-go. It was all about Harris and Nicholls from the start. Nicholls goes wide, gets a little lift, but Harris is there, gets passed on the outside by Nicholls. Harris then goes to the outside. Batchelor shows him a wheel on the inside. Batch comes in and shows him another wheel on the inside. Harris starts grass tracking and thinking, hang on a minute, this is leaping me really forward. He then shows Nicholls a wheel on the inside. Nicholls is fully aware that he's got Bomber all over. Bomber, he's one of those that will always try the pass or crash it trying. He went out there, put a real long turn here. Nicholls must have seen him coming up the inside. He then takes the inside line, gets himself into that no man's land, tries to straighten it up, looks over his shoulder, but he knows that man Harris has found all the grip and gone around the outside of him. Super stuff from Chris Harris. Super stuff from Scott Nicholls. So here we go. Here are what the gate stacks are looking like. 3 wins from gate 4. They were early. 2 from gate 3. 2 from gate 2. 4 from the inside. A little more even than usual here. Usually by now 2 are standing out. 1 is not too bad and 1 is Dyer. But really even today. Probably as much to do with the clientele we have on show in this marvellous, marvellous tribute testimonial meeting for Richard Lawson. Once again, thanks for joining us on Pirates TV for this Sunday early evening meeting. These are great shots from our roaming camera. Paul, our roaming cameraman. Good stuff to him. Means you have to be a marathon runner around this place to get in all the positions he does. Anyway, we digress, so we get back to Heat 12. Sponsored by Flies Electrical Limited. Gate 1 in red for the Pirates is Charles Wright. He's on 6+2 this evening. Ashton BOUGHEN, he's ridden well until his last ride. Got a bit squirrely on turn 2. He's in yellow for the All-Stars. Gate 3 in blue is Ben Cook for the Pirates, and on the outside is Craig Cook in white for the All-Stars. Little bit of foot spade in there from Craig Cook on the outside. Up go the tapes on Heat 12. Looks like the Pirates pairing are out there. Cookie's coming up the inside. But it's Zach Cook that takes the lead in blue. Being nursed there by his partner Charles Wright. But Craig Cook's having a good little nibble up the inside. It's all over, all the action here at 2 and 3. Zach Cook is gone at the front. BOUGHEN in yellow at the back. Didn't get away at the start. Obviously, weather conditions, the track, a slightly different setup this evening. It's making no difference to Zach Cook out in blue out front. He's looking good for the Pirates out there. It's another 5-1 as he's followed home by Charles Wright in red. White is Craig Cook, not for the lack of trying, and BOUGHEN not happy with himself as he comes over the line.
From Zach Cook and Charles Wright.
But that's the meeting home and host for the Pirates. They know that they've won exactly what Richard would want for his testimonial meeting. Here is your winner, the rider in blue. And here's the official result from Heat 12. It's a win for the rider in blue, Zach Cook for the Pirates. He's followed home by his partner and teammate, Charles Wright in red. In third for the All-Stars was Craig Cook. He picked up a point. And at the back, Ashton BOUGHEN for the All-Stars. So the match score after 12 heats, 46 to the Pirates, 26 to the All-Stars.
All right, heat number 12, the Pirates 1-2, over the line this time for the checkered flag, Zach Cook.
This is the previous heat.
His winning time 51.56 seconds. Second in red was Charles Wright.
That was the action again from Nicholls and Bomber. What a good heat Heat 11 was.
5-1 to the Pirates then.
We're now got Junior heat coming out.
To the All-Stars. All right, our British Youth Championship, unfortunately.
Here we have our
fallen by the wayside,
rider
rather literally. Two riders
in white.
Withdrawn, Seth Norman and Charlie Sankey.
Cooper Russian.
Tumbles have both withdrawn, leaving just
Cooper has on his two previous rides. Charlie Southwick has bit the dust in Heat 2. He's not out in Heat 3. And Seth Norman had a big one down into Turn 1 as well in blue. So we've got a two-rider heat. We've got Cooper Russian and Archie Rolfe. Cooper's made a good start there. Archie's gone well round the outside. But it's Cooper out front. Archie having a good run into Turn 3 there, looking good. Archie taking a slightly different line, and that's dropped him a few places, or bike lengths back in second. Cooper out front looking really stylish and really good. These are the riders of the future, ladies and gentlemen. These are the future of British Speedway. Lots of fellas hanging over the pit gate having a look at these youngsters, learning their trade. And it's great that they get just chances at meetings like this with such a big crowd behind them to clap them home. It's a win for Cooper Russian, and obviously second, Archie Rolfe. Good stuff from those guys. I hope they go round and do a bit of a lap of honour. That would be really good. These are the future of our British Speedway, the stars of the future, and it won't be in too many years. They'll be bombing round in team race jackets. Good stuff from them.
And in second place, Archie Rolfe. As I said, these guys were all in action at Leicester last night. Leicester staging over 14 heats.
So if they leave the stage,
they're back here today for
it's been 3 wins out of 3 for Cooper Russian.
What great skill they've got at a tender age, and I look forward to seeing those guys.
Archie's had a couple of second places and a third, so he's had a good run out. But great to see them here as part of the lineup on the Richard Lawson Testimonial. Great to include them. Gives a little bit something extra to the meeting for me and for the fans alike all around the stadium. So we're going to throw, we're in the break now, we're going to throw to a previous heat of the man of the moment, Richard Lawson, in action. So the riders are at tapes, and on the inside, in yellow for the Gladiators, we have Hans Andersen. Gate 2 in red, we have Richard Lawson for the Pirates. In Gate 3 in yellow, we have Kyle Howarth. I said the meeting had had everything before Heat 15 of the first run. It's now had a little bit more, hasn't it? So here we go, riders at tapes. Heat 15, tapes are up and away we go. Lawson's made a good one. Lawson's made a good one. The crowd are going bananas here. And he will now try and show a clean pair of heels. He's lost his steel shoe, Lawson. His steel shoe is gone. This is going to make life very difficult. He cannot put his foot down. Hans Andersen has seen this. This is going to be difficult for Lawson. His steel shoe is wrapping around the clutch. It's slapping up against the chain and the housing. Andersen is trying hard on Lawson on the inside. Lawson will now tuck to the inside. Andersen's making the wide run. Now he's trying to climb back up the inside. Can Lawson climb off? He's just doing enough. Richard Lawson has got the crowd on their feet. Andersen's got a big run round the inside. He's left Lawson room. Lawson drops on him. Andersen misses a beat. He's now coming to the end of the meeting. He's coming into the last 2 turns. His steel shoe has come off. But boy, oh boy, has that man won that meeting. Red, yeah, white, yellow. The crowd are on their feet.
Or do you think they should run to the first bend?
Well, looks to me you're going the wrong way, Nipper. Oh no, he's going to join the start line. Looks to me we've got a kids race coming on.
Yeah. Right,
so
going to go in place with the checkered flag. We've got quite a range of...
Don't break the tapes, we've still got a few heats left, we need them.
But a couple of weeks ago, we were all watching Paris. Well, I tell you what, Paris has got nothing on these guys, have they? We were watching
something a little different here.
Our own version of it right here. Richard, is that halfway round? Richard's halfway around the track, are we agreed?
So
yeah, Richard's halfway round. So, guys,
it looks like there's Lawson. He's going to be waving the checkered flag for this. It looks to be a quarter of the track race. I would say the ones on the inside could have an advantage here.
Now guys,
Lawson will be at the finish line.
I don't want any of you to get caught in the tape. I think we need the start marshal to get you organised. Go back a little bit.
The start marshal Colin is there moving the guys back from the tapes so that the tapes don't come under these racers' chins and lift a couple of kids off the floor and fly them into the air. So
remember, you're looking for Richard.
Chantel out there with Richard as well.
Yeah, right. And
this is one of the biggest lineups I think I've ever seen here at Wimborne Road.
Ready?
Away we go. And it's a scramble at the start. We've got a Pirates leader out front. Oh, he's gone down, he's gone down. He saw the checkered flag. It's the lad in red wins it. Richard is absolutely laughing his socks off at that. The feet were travelling faster than the body. He went down in the first turn, not the first time we've seen that. But good stuff there from the Pirates kids. Great stuff. And great for them to be out on track.
Let's see if we can get the result. Richard's the referee.
Richard Lawson out there saying hello to every single one of those kids that raced out there.
The gentleman in the red.
Brilliant stuff.
All right. The winner in red was Logan. Logan. Well done.
So Logan was our winner, the guy with the red t-shirt.
Mum and Dad, Logan, to be very proud. He put in
Everybody within the race looks to be having a photograph with Richard Lawson.
And I can tell you that Logan's winning time was 12.4 seconds.
Oh, we've even got a winning time, 12.4 seconds. Well done, Logan.
You were going for it. You were in the lead.
If I'd have been in that race, I reckon it took me 20 minutes to get there.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
But there we go.
That one was built up there, so I had to win, but not to be today, was it, Nigel?
Maybe we'll do a children's race here. What do you think, boys? Would you, boys and girls,
So,
what do you think?
while the presentation's going on here, we're going to head to the pits. And our roaming reporter, Rob Dyer.
Day so far for you, but that's not the point, is it? It's for Richard, and the number of races you two guys must have done together are immeasurable.
No, it's all about winning. No, it's no, I'm having a shocker today. No, it is. It's here to support Richard. You know, it's you know, sort of for him 10 years in the sport, and yeah, I've kind of been there. It's a while back now, but it's a pretty special day. You know, it's you know, a lot of people turn out and to support you. You know, there's a lot of people. A lot of times, there's people behind the scenes as well that are not just, you know, in front of the camera, so to speak, at the track. It's people that kind of help you along the way. So I know it's a pretty hectic day, and Richard's probably not taking it all in right now. But I think, you know, like when it's all wrapped up and done, and he kind of goes home, you can look back and go, "Oh, it's pretty cool to have all those people turn out and sort of in honour of you, really, and show the support for you."
When you were racing, Richard came onto the scene. I think you were probably 5 or 6 years into your career, and Richard started his career. you'll have seen his progress over those seasons, and something sort of stood out, didn't it? You could see that he was going to be a strong competitor, and his ability to make a start is unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, he's a phenomenal gator. I think that probably goes down to his motocross background, but no, he's a very natural talent on a bike. You can see that, and yeah, I mean, to be the level he's at, or to have got to the level he was at in such a short period of time is pretty special. As a credit, obviously, his dad was a former rider, and he would have had a few pointers, but no, he's done exceptionally well. Like I say, he hasn't. In some, I know it's a testimonial, it's 10 years, but I mean, it's for somebody to transition over to Speedway from another discipline and to be that successful is pretty impressive.
Of course, Richard's ridden at many tracks during the course of his career, big ones, small ones, and they obviously help develop the rider and give him the ability to score big points wherever he goes.
It is, it's not. We've seen a lot of riders, past and present, that are kind of a bit one-trick pony, whether that's big or small. No, I think, to be the complete package, you need to race at a variety of different tracks, and he's done that over the years, and all of us, sometimes we have to move clubs through circumstance. It's not necessarily your choice, but I think for Richard, all the different clubs he's ridden at has benefited him. We've seen him go exceptionally well around Bellevue, which is the biggest track in the country, but also, like you say, he's was exceptionally good Eastbourne and Edinburgh and places like that. So no, he's a well-rounded rider, and fair play to him. I'm glad I could be here to support him on his special day.
Let's talk about you for a minute or two, Scotty. It's been a busy season again for you, and of course with the Oxford Cheetahs, things going well there, playoffs on the horizon, and maybe a trip back to Poole, who knows, going to be cracking meetings, aren't they?
They are. It's the league for the Cheetahs and the championship has gone well. Say we're in that playoffs along with myself, Poole, and Scunthorpe and Workington. So it'd be good for the sport and everyone if it was a Poole Oxford final. I think for the crowd and everything, and it'd be good. Obviously, come down. Hopefully, if we are in that final, hopefully have a better performance than I am today. But nonetheless, I mean, it'd be great to have a close competition. Obviously, it'd be great to win with Oxford. Obviously, I'm going to be biased. I raced for them, but I think Poole have been such a successful club over the years, and I think if Oxford were to win it, it'd be great just in the sense that it's been a bit of a fairy tale coming back after being closed for so many years. For them to have a little bit of success would be pretty cool.
Of course, now not only are you a successful speedway rider or television presenter, but you're an author as well. Tell us about the book.
I'm no author. I just waffled, and Ian Kerr did the business writing it. No, it's been a real fun process. I kind of really enjoyed it. It's kind of a bit of a therapy session as well, and you kind of learn a lot. I mean, obviously, there's so many stories that you forget about that don't make the book, and people, which is when you've been around a long time, there's an awful lot of people come and go in your life. But it was fun. We just we met up a few times and did it over phone calls. Just literally, we'd kind of he'd record the conversations. It's almost like an interview, really, and I'd just tell him about all the the ups and downs in life and the funny stories and bits and pieces along the way, and then he put it all together and I'd read through it, and from a factual point of view I'd try and correct things best I could, but some bits you generally don't remember all the exact details, but it's been really good. I've enjoyed it. We're really pleased with it. I think the people that read it so far have really enjoyed it. I hope it's something that a lot of people are saying they can relate to it. It's a book that didn't want it to just be Speedway. I want it to be about me as a person. I think I enjoy it. I don't do loads of reading, but if I do, I kind of like reading autobiographies. I like kind of seeing what made the person who they are, where they come from, what made them tick. So I'll put some of that in there and a few little funny stories along the way.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say I've read it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And
you couldn't really say you didn't like it, could you? Really?
I can't, but there's some reality check in there. From a personal point of view, when you describe certain situations, I thought I can understand that, and it's happened to me. And yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think myself included, you kind of see professionals, whether it's sports or music or whatever it is, you kind of look at them and think that they don't necessarily have a problem, but it's all relatable. Like you said, everybody goes through these things, are relatable. I think I wanted to get that message across to people. There's nothing really to hide. It's about with the racing, I had struggles with the racing at times, and I think people, when the rides go out, they put their helmets on and they kind of think they're indestructible, but we've all got things to deal with away from it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it and it was relatable.
Well, I certainly did enjoy it, and I'm enjoying the meeting tonight. Hope Richard's enjoying his meeting tonight, and thanks again for being involved.
No worries, pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. There's Scotty. Nice words from Scotty about Richard, as you'd expect. And let's see if we can find a little bit more entertainment for you as we go round to the other side. I really would like to try and get a quick word with Chris Harris. He is down at the end, so let's march down very quickly and see if we can get to Bomber before bells and whistles and other things start going. Bomber, of course, who's such a favourite here at Poole, and in his last ride produced a magnificent piece of work to hit the front representing the Pirates. He's toweling down. I'll have a quick word. Chris, we're on the live stream. Good evening. Welcome back to Poole. And, well, what do you say about that last ride? Brilliant, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Scott always likes to have a good battle. You know, we're both fair and that. So, no, it was nice to get around him. I'm sure if it was a proper league match, we would have made it a bit harder. But, no, it was good. It was fun.
We're here for Richard tonight, really, and you've had many a ding-dong battle with Richard over the seasons. And how do you view Richard as a rider?
Annoying. No, he's a good. You know, I've known him for a long time. He's one of them riders. He just goes about his own business, does his job, and sort of go home. Really, he's just that sort of guy. Keeps himself to himself. But on track, you know, he's very fast, very hard to ride against, but fair. So you can't really say much more than that. Really, he's all-round nice guy. He's always there to help. When I've been his teammates in that before, so.
And reliable as well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, you can look at him and you know he's going to get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points every meting.
Yeah, exactly. He's always reliable. He likes to turn up late for the meetings as well, so you know that's wherever he rides he's going to be late. But no, he's you know he's going to be consistent. It's very rarely he's below double figures unless he's had a real problem. But you know, 9 times out of 10 he's in double figures home and away for the clubs, which is all you can ask for.
Do you think Glasgow going to make playoffs, Chris?
I'll tell you in next week. Hopefully, you know, it's going to be tough. We've got to win at Edinburgh, and then we've got to beat, I think, Oxford by a shed load of points. So it's going to be hard up there next week. So yeah, we've got Edinburgh away Friday, and then against Oxford Sunday at home. So you know, it's going to be a tough one. So if anyone's around, come out and get behind us.
And we noticed that the little man Cruz has been doing a few laps around, chip off the old block.
Yeah, he's more popular than I am. So he's enjoying it. So. You know, they asked if he would come down and do some laps, and then lead. And when we got here, Rich asked if he would lead him around on the car. So yeah, he's enjoying it. So while he's enjoying it, you know, there's no pressure from me. If he wants to ride, he ride. He doesn't. So
proud young man.
Thank you.
Well done, Chris. Have a good rest of the meeting. Thank you. There's Chris. Time now to return to commentary with Scotty up in the grandstand.
Yeah, good stuff, Rob. As always, good stuff out there with our roaming camera. Always good. Always find a little bit of information. And those snippets, probably these guys don't see in the crowd, so a little added extra for being a Pirates TV viewer. It's nice to see that the other riders notice that sometimes Richard's timekeeping's not all what it's scratched up to be. But it's always handy for us at Pirates TV because we can use his pit bay to do the interviews and everything before he arrives. So let's head off while the break is just completed. Let's head off to another Richard great race.
Heat number 10 with Cap Direct then as the Scunthorpe Scorpions play their tactical card, and Anders Rowe is in blue from gate number 1 for the Pirates, Jake Allen in yellow from gate number 2 for the Scorpions, Richard Lawson in red from gate number 3 for the Pirates, and the tactical substitute for the Scorpions, Ryan Douglas in white from gate number 4.
You never want to get into the position of being 6 down, but the later in the meeting it gets, the more difficult it becomes to play that card. Here we go.
Heat number 10. The tapes rise. The tactical substitute is played by the Scunthorpe Scorpions. It's a good gate from Jake Allen, hugging the inside line here. Ryan Douglas was at the back, fires past Anders Rowe into 3rd place, and now he sets his sights on Richard Lawson. Lawson himself has got his sights on Jake Allen here.
Yeah, we've got a race on here. Dougie's going to have to go big. He's got Richard Lawson in front of him, who is fast, but who's also looking around the outside here of Jake Allen.
Richard Lawson all over Jake Allen here around this 3rd and 4th turn. Lawson gets it into the dirt. He's got the speed. Lawson hits the front. Here comes Ryan Douglas now. Ryan Douglas getting alongside his teammate Jake Allen. We'll see it. Jake Allen let him past here, and Dougie gets himself into 2nd place now. It's going to be an all-out fight in this last lap.
Yeah, I think there's far too much to do. I think Richard's so quick out front. He's got this one. There was just a little moment there where if Ryan could have got past Jake cleanly, he might have had the run on him, but it looks like his colours are going to be lowered for the first time.
Heat number 10 comes to a close. A win for Richard Lawson for the Poole Pirates. The Scorpions packing in for a 3-3.
The riders approach the tapes on the inside. In gate 1 in blue is Ben Cook for the Pirates. 2 wins to his name. Gate 2 is white, it's Adam Ellis for the Brummies. He's had a good evening. 2 wins to his name in a second. In gate 3 in red for the Pirates is Richard Lawson. He has a couple of seconds coming in behind Ben Cook, and on the outside in gate 4 a reserve change in yellow. James Pearson. This race sponsored by Bell's Decor. Our start marshal calling them into the start. We are already on heat 9 and away we go. And it's Ellis and Lawson at the front. Ellis is trying to take a smarter line. He's gone tight. Lawson now trying to come up round the outside. Ellis left him room there in white. Lawson still going around the outside. Ellis up to Harvey Avenue on the inside. Lawson coming round. It's tight race in there. But Lawson goes by. And now Cook's having a look up the inside of Ellis in white. It's James Pearson at the back in yellow, but all the action here is 1, 2, 3. Now Lawson's gone by Ellis. He seems to be leaving. Ellis is staying on a tight line. It's now Zach Cook has a lap and a half to try and do something about Ellis. The pocket rocket in blue for the Pirates is in hot pursuit. Ellis there in second. Doesn't look like Cook can catch him, but it's Lawson wins it for the Pirates. In second,
All right, those riders coming out from Heat 13, Richard Lawson and Chris Harris for the Pirates.
Craig Cook there. Brought a little friend with him. Well, they used to do a bit of dog racing here, didn't they, down at Wimborne Road? I'm not sure his legs are long enough to belt round the outside of the track, or her legs. Craig Cook having a little chat there with Dan Ford.
Making their way to tapes for Heat 13. Pirates are already past the 45 points.
So here we go, we've got some riders round at tapes after the interval, just waiting for one.
We've got 3 more in this special challenge, and then of course our dash for cash. I can tell you
then the pit gate will close
for the top 4 riders in tonight's meeting. Going head to head in a 1-4-lap dash.
Here you go. Our sponsor for Heat 13 is Can You Cut It? Yes You Can. And it's the 1s and the 5s out there together in Heat Gate 1. In white, Scott Nicholls for the All-Stars. Gate 2 in red is Richard Lawson for the Pirates in Gate 3. In yellow is Josh Pickering for the All-Stars in Gate 4. On the outside is Chris Bomber Harris in blue for the Pirates.
On gate 1, Scott Nicholls. On gate 3, in yellow, Josh Pickering.
So here we go then. The tapes are up on Heat 13 and away we go. Lawson's got over the top of Nicholls, and Bombers made a better start than Pico from 4, and Lawson's trying to shield the outside, thinking it might be Nicholls, but it's just his old bucker, Chris Harris. He has a look over. Harris finding some pace tonight. Lovely move on Nicholls in his last heat. He's now performed a move on Lawson in this heat. Really loves being out there in the deep stuff. keeps his momentum up. I'm sure Cruz is watching. His dad out there absolutely belting round the outside. Lawson there in second place. It's Pico in third and Nicholls at the back. But it's a 5-1 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. It's blue, red, yellow and white as they come over the line. 5-1 heat advantage to the Pirates. They certainly sailing off into the sunset with this one. There is your heat winner, the ever popular Chris Harrison. Look at him. 4 out of 4. He's on a max. So, the official result of Heat 13, 5-1 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. And in blue, it's a win for Chris Harris, his 4th of the evening. In second place, Richard Lawson in red. In third, Josh Pickering in yellow for the All-Stars. And at the back, Scott Nicholls in white for the All-Stars. So the match score after 13 heats, 51 to the Pirates, 27 to the All-Stars. Here we go from the start. Lawson makes a flyer, kept the front wheel down, driving all the way to the first turn. Shuts off the outside run, then thinks the outside run's coming again. Then has a little look and he says, it's only Bomber. Who else did you expect to be coming round there like a nut box? So here we go, heat 14. This one sponsored by Cab Direct, the sponsors of the championship as well in British Speedway. In gate 1 in blue is Sam Hagon for the Pirates. Gate 2 in white, Tobias THOMSEN for the All-Stars. Gate 3 in red is Ben Cook for the Pirates. And gate 4 in yellow, Lewis Kerr for the All-Stars.
Give it up, please, for our skipper of the Pirates, Ben Cook.
So this is our last regular heat of the meeting. Obviously hit 15, we will see the managers choosing who they want out. Before we get to those necessities, it's all about heat 14. Maybe Kerr there lining up on a nice bit, and if you look at the angle that he's done that out there in gate 4, he's trying to avoid this lovely shiny piece of track. He's trying to come across at an angle so that he's got dirt to grip him all the way to the corner. The only problem I can foresee there is that there are 3 riders on the inside of him, and if they get the grip, he will have to move over. See, lined up towards that first turn. Our start marshal's ready, our riders are ready, and away we go. And Louis Kerr is headed high and wide for the dirt. Is it going to work for him? Yes, he goes around the outside of Tobias THOMSEN, but it's Ben Cook out front in red for the Pirates. Sam Hagon in blue at the back. Louis Kerr is following Ben Cook pretty much wheel for wheel, speed for speed. Louis Kerr locked up there behind Ben Cook. That meant that Ben got a couple of bike links on him again. Tobias THOMSEN, they're looking better with his setup in white this time round. He holds third place. Sam Hagon at the back. And as we come into the last half lap, it's another win for Ben Cook in red. He takes it. Louis Kerr comes home in yellow second. Third, Tobias THOMSEN in white. And coming in at the back, Sam Hagon. It's a 3-all heat score. Only for the 3rd time this evening. have we had level heat score. Here comes Captain Cook. He's your winner of Heat 14. And here comes the official confirmation of the result. 3-all heat score. It's a win for Ben Cook in red for the Pirates. Second was Louis Kerr in yellow for the All-Stars. In third, picking up the solitary point, was Tobias THOMSEN for the All-Stars. And at the back, Sam Hagon in blue for the Pirates. So, the match score after 14 heats is 54 to the Pirates, 30 to the All-Stars. We're now having a team huddle about who's going out in Heat 15. We do this here at Pirates TV. We have a little guessing game. We try and spot who's putting what helmet colour on what. I would like to think that Richard Lawson is coming out in the last heat. It is his evening.
In the meeting, so we'll keep you posted on that, but that's an advance warning that the top 4 in the meeting, or the top 2 from each side, will compete for the dash for cash, which puts the next 2.
Well, is this a clue? Zach is de-robed, but now he's robing back up. So I would say mid-low is given. Oh, hang on, we've only got one sleeve on and one sleeve off. Is he in or is he out?
We were hoping to be able to tell you definitively that we would be here on September the 11th.
Midlow's there just totting up the scores.
The intention is there, but
Zach has got one sleeve in still and one sleeve out.
Against Glasgow or Workington, and as I speak, not just 5 minutes ago, I can tell you that Glasgow did,
everybody's seeing the jokey side of it. Zach looks, he's definitely back in. So I think it looks like Zach and Charles Wright maybe.
Still have not confirmed that they can make that date. So we're waiting on Workington to confirm that the 11th is good for them. But it is our intention to run our home leg of the semi-final on the 11th of September. So playoff semi-final. Keep looking at the local media, social media, local press. Keep tuned into the Pirates website, and we'll be able to confirm.
More discussions.
You can pencil that
Red
in.
helmet still on Richard's helmet.
With Workington to still show that they can do that.
So we're heading round to the other side. We're going to see if we can guess the away. And Stewart Dickson's choice. Well, that looks like it won't be Scott Nicholls. His bike is in pieces. Well, he could borrow somebody else's bike, I suppose. Pico looks up for it. Stewart Dickson there. Stewart Dickson just checking out the troops. He'll now head back when it's... Well, I don't think it's going to be Batch. Stood there in his shorts. So I think he's ruled himself out of running. Scott Nicholls hasn't got a bike. Pico's the only one that's got Teros left. So he looks a good shout. Ashton BOUGHEN has still got gloves on. Maybe he's cold. They must have special fingers on him because he can still use his phone. Very good. So, it's coming through to us. It's going to be Zach Cook in red. Zach Cook in red. Richard Lawson is going out in the blue helmet. Josh Pickering, good guess by us there, putting the Teros on. He's going out in white, and it was a nice bit of trickery there.
Let me give you them, and let's make some noise yellows then for these guys.
And yellow will be Ashton BOUGHEN.
Between the Pirates and
The gloves
All-Stars.
being on the secret. So that's your lineup for Heat 15.
Can we do better than that for Zach Cook? All right, I'll accept that one, but I'm going to want more. For the testimonial man himself in the red helmet colour in Heat 15, Richard.
So we've had 14 fantastic heats here as part of the Richard Lawson Testimonial.
They come and put a great display on in the white helmet colour. Josh Pickering.
A nice little testimonial programme as well. I'm sure if you're not able to attend and you are coming to any Pirates meetings, I'm sure you may be able to find those available down in the track shop before the end of the season if you've had to miss out on this meeting.
To run and even get to meetings, I can tell you that it doesn't go very far. So thank you indeed to all of the riders that have turned out for Richard. There were others that would have.
We're hearing our track announcer Nigel thanking the riders for turning out for a good cause.
Richard's done a great job tonight putting this meeting together, and our thanks to go to Richard and particularly to Chantel, who's done such a marvellous job in organising it and arranging all the sponsorships and looking after their sponsors. So a big thank you to two sponsors, Wessex Marine, to Roger Wills Transport, and also to the event.
He's had enough tonight. He's there though, ready to have a little look at what's going to go on in Heat 15.
Has helped him with a great fund for his testimonial.
So probably
right,
6 months of planning
for
for this meeting for Richard Lawson. All comes down. This is the last heat of the evening.
Heat 15. In right then, from gate number 2. Pirates choice, of course, in Heat 15. They chose 2 and 4.
So,
and on that gate number 2, sitting between the All-Stars.
I'm hearing we may be having another special heat. So, maybe I was wrong. So, Heat 15, sponsored by Morris Homes. In the inside in white is Josh Pickering for the All-Stars. In gate 2 in red is Zach Cook for the Pirates. In gate 3 in yellow is Ashton BOUGHEN for the All-Stars. And had a brain freeze there. I haven't got an ice cream. And in gate 4 is the man of the evening, Richard Lawson for the Pirates. Yes, I do apologise. My seat started to break between gate 3 and 4 that I'll be announcing, and I nearly fell on my backside once more. But that's all good. We now head in to Heat 15. Start Marshall pulls the riders in. And away we go. Pico's made a beauty on the inside. But the red lights have come on.
Red lights come on for the start of Heat 15. Unsatisfactory start.
Unsatisfactory start.
Come back and do it all over again. Heat number 15 restart.
Looks like it might be a warning for the rider in blue. Looking at this. Well, I think that's a good one. Come on, he's been lenient all evening. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the rider in blue. Come on. Be interested to see who gets the warning. Will he be approached by our start marshal? Maybe there's going to be no warning involved. So Heat 15 rerun. Once again sponsored by Morris Homes. Picker on the inside in white. Zach in red for the Pirates. And gate 3, Ashton BOUGHEN in yellow for the All-Stars, and it's Richard Lawson, the rider in blue on the outside for the Pirates. Commentator up and away we go. It's a better one from BOUGHEN here. He hits the high line and thinks he's going to clear off, and he's looking like he is going to clear off. He's got speed. It's Lawson coming up the end inside of BOUGHEN. Oh, he goes all squirrely. BOUGHEN gets back on the inside. This is heat 15, ladies and gentlemen. BOUGHEN looks to have good speed. Picker's now come to the party. He's there. Lawson trying the inside, but it's BOUGHEN. Ashton BOUGHEN's out front, looking extremely quick. Pico now all over Lawson. Zach Cook is all over Pico. Half a lap to go. Ashton BOUGHEN has actually got it, and he's pleased with that. It's yellow, blue, white, and almost red because they come over the line. So Ashton BOUGHEN, he's your race winner. It's a 4-2 in favour of the All-Stars. Richard and Ashton having a little chat there, but here comes your winner. Ashton BOUGHEN, and the man of the night, Richard Lawson. Here's the confirmation of the Heat 15 result. It's a win for Ashton BOUGHEN in yellow for the All-Stars. In second is Richard Lawson for the Pirates in blue. In third, Josh Pickering comes in for a point, and the All-Stars, and at the back by about half a bike length was Zach Cook in red. So there's your confirmation of the match result. 56 to the Pirates, 34 to the All-Stars as the guys come off a track.
Now we've got this dash for cash coming up.
Having a little chat about how Richard got to the front and then it lifted and went.
The riders are going to come around and they're going to.
So yeah, the guys still having a little discussion about the race.
It doesn't necessarily mean the rider in red will get gate one.
So here are the team scores. Richard doing the usual. 11 plus 2 for him. Good stuff from Charles Wright, 8 plus 3. 10 plus 1 from Ben Cook. That's what he always does, the captain. Harris, oh well, a 4 race max for him off of 12. Zach Cook, 9 plus 1 for him. Going over to the opposition, most of the resistance came from Ashton BOUGHEN. There at reserve at number 6. Pico, he was there as he always is. 7 points for him. Louis Kerr gave it a go at the end of the meeting there, coming good. But it's not about that this evening. It's all about Richard Lawson and his evening here for his testimonial. So Richard Lawson heading out to centre green with the boss Dan Ford. I think both will be happy how their efforts have been received this evening by the Poole faithful. Here we go. Richard Lawson with our fan Colin there. He has a picture. Superfan Colin Pittman has a tattoo of Richard on his arm there, and that's what you just saw. Richard giving him
plenty of people that he wants to pass on thanks to, all those that are supporting him today, and all of you for coming out and making it a
shot of his tattoo. No,
for our number one,
Richard Lawson.
Richard Lawson.
Rapturous applause from the crowd here
had a chance to enjoy the day as much as we have. You put on a great meeting for us, and we're grateful for that. But I know you've got a lot of grateful to a lot of people too.
Yeah, it's been a long few months, and a lot of work's gone into it. And to see so many of you guys come out here, I'm very, very thankful, and pulling on my heartstrings. To be fair, it's quite emotional, but really appreciate it. You know, there's loads of people involved putting a meeting on. Like Nigel said all night, Chantal's been working her ass off. We were up till 3 o'clock this morning, finishing things off. So there's a lot of hard work, but Nigel yourself, you've been a legend. All the team sponsors, Thermo Home, the event sponsor, he was great. David, Wessex Marine, I'd be lost without that bloke, he's awesome. And Roger Warren's Transport, they're the big sponsors, but although they're the big sponsors, there were so many individual heat sponsors, rider sponsors, the tyre guys. It's just been completely overwhelming, and I just can't thank you enough.
I can tell you, it's genuine emotion here down on the start line. and Danny, of course. Absolutely, Danny. Now look, everybody, this is a special moment. We've not done this before at Poole Speedway, and we're going to do it tonight at Dan's request with Richard. We've got a very special Christmas present for you early. Ladies and gentlemen, the first signing of 2025 is Richard Lawson. How about that for a statement?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Richard is back for 2025, and I think you can hear the rapturous applause here from the Poole faithful. They are more than happy with that.
We kept that quiet tonight, and that was a plan that was hatched at such a proud moment.
Yeah, it's been, it was perfect. It's been a great night's racing, and to do it in front of all you guys, it's really special. It's been a fantastic year up to now. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do to bring them trophies back to that beautiful cabinet, and we're up for it. But yeah, it's just an absolute honour to be at this club, and I can't wait for 25 already.
What's impressed me is in the press and everywhere you said you don't want to be anywhere else but here. And I've got to say that when you came to us, it was on the strength of a phone call. How much did you realise when that phone call went to Matt Ford that it was going to change your career?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, it's since the first wheels turned here, my career's just gone upwards, and that's a lot to do with everyone involved in this club, and just being here every week. The confidence just grows, and like I said, keep saying I don't want to be anywhere else.
He's a true pirate, everyone. Richard Lawson. And the last word that deserves to be from our promoter, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Ford. And a great night when you can honour somebody that's just given as much to the club as Richard has, and quite, as I say, a big statement to be making a first signing for 2025. That's first time that I know that we've ever done that this side of Christmas so early.
We don't even know what the points limit is at this stage, but you know, my dad and I were discussing potential things, and we just couldn't see a team, no matter what the points limit was, how high, low it was, without Richard. And you know, we just wanted to get his signature as early as possible. He's a man in demand. He's the best rider in the league as it stands at the minute. So to have him coming back for 2025. It's a draw, and it's been absolutely fantastic to the club, and you know, it's great to see so many supporters have kind of, you know, taken him under the wing and given him such a, you know, a good experience at Poole. I think he's you know, not necessarily had the best experience at other clubs, but everyone's really shown him what Poole's all about. So thanks to everyone for making that man feel welcome.
Fantastic, thank you very much, Dan Ford. Richard, will you stay with us? We'll go back onto the centre green, but there's a small matter of the dash for cash now, and that's all about the top 4 riders, the top 2 from each team. It's looking like we might have had the declaration, so Jack's telling me that we know who's in it. So let me have a look at Jack's programme, and I can tell you. Well, now we're going to give you their riding colours, but this won't be the gate positions because they're going to drill for gate positions. So in red, it will be Chris Harris. Yeah, I said Chris Harris. He might not be Richard Lawson, but he deserves a good old shout. So too does the rider in blue, Ben Cook. In white, and he's an all-star rider of course, he's been impressive tonight. I think you can give him a good shout out. Ashton BOUGHEN. And in yellow, well, he's one of the most popular riders on the circuit. He's always got a smile on his face. Good to see him overcoming some injuries earlier this year. Lewis Kerr. So the guys are going to have a little look. I don't think they're going to get a choice though. They are just going to be able to choose from one of Richard's helmet colours. It is one of Richard's helmet colours.
So for those that are watching, we have a Dash for Cash extra heat. You've heard who's rider. We're doing draws, drawing out of the hat which gate the rider ends up with.
He's got gate 3 for Ben Cook.
Ben Cook's off a 3.
He has got gate 1. Gate 1.
Ashton BOUGHEN is off gate 1. Gate 4 for Lewis Kerr.
We've had a draw for gate positions. We've not done that before here at Wimborne Road. And the guys
Drawing for gate positions is a new one. Yep, we have a Dash for Cash.
They can have a ride back to take to get themselves prepared for a Dash for Cash.
This one's sponsored by Thermohome, who have been the meeting sponsors. I know Richard has been very appreciative. Louis Kerr there trying to give Ben Cook a little bit of a psych out, but Ben was too busy foot gardening to notice. Those steel shoes come in handy. Those starts still look quite moist, really, considering they were watered very early in the evening.
Alright everyone, they're getting ready. I can tell you there's plenty on the line for this one. It's a Dash for Cash. The winner of this race is going to earn himself £1,000.
So the winner of the Dash for Cash will earn themselves £1,000 in this one. So that's what this one's all about. This extra meeting, this extra race during this meeting.
Because, as I said, they get a modest fee for coming down and giving their services just to cover a bit of their expenses. But tonight, one of them can go home with a half-decent earning.
So yeah, as Nigel explained there, this £1,000 Dash for Cash has made it quite interesting.
Alright, we've now got 2 minutes on the clock for those 4 riders.
So a little bit different here with the riders getting bump started out there at the start line. Dash for Cash is a very interesting prospect here. I think Ashton BOUGHEN would have liked to have been further on the outside the way that he's been riding tonight. Bomber's been making starts all evening. Will he now make a start? Now there's a cool ground on it.
In the red helmet colour is Bomber himself, Cruz. In the blue helmet colour, and I'm guessing you're going to give the biggest shout in this Dash for Cash for our skipper on gate number 3, Ben Cook. I say Ben Cook. And in yellow, Lewis Kerr on gate number 4. Keep your eyes on the next 4 laps for £1,000.
So here we go then. Heat 16, the Dash for Cash. Up go the tapes and away we go. Bomber looks to have made another one. He's now going high in the wide line. Ben Cook's coming up the inside. It's Louis Kerr in third. Can anybody catch Bomber? He's like a donkey with a hat on with a carrot on a piece of string in front of him. He's going for broke here. It's Bomber. He's chasing that carrot. Cook looks quick, but he's having to ride the same wheel marks. Boughen's lifted up. He's nearly hit the fence at the back. His race is run as we come round to lap 3. And Bomber's not been headed tonight, you know, this is no strange one. He's not been headed this evening. He had a 4-race 12-point max, and now he's adding to it by taking the win in the Dash for Cash. It's Bomber from Ben Cook, from Lewis Kerr.
And he's gone that way all through the card. Maybe there was no
good stuff from the lads there to come back out for one more race.
Do it up one more time for Chris Harris.
Dash for Cash winner, there he is. Giving a good wave to the fans. It's Chris Bomber Harris. Just loves riding a motorcycle, just Bomber. Doesn't matter whether it's grass, sand, triangular tape track, any track, he will ride it, this fella.
Alright, that was heat number 16, the Dash for Cash. And the win went to the rider in red, Chris Harris.
Here's Chris Harris as he returns to the paddock.
Blue, Ben Cook, third in yellow, Lewis Kerr, and fourth in white.
So, the next away meeting live streamed will be Scorpions TV. It's the Knockout Cup semi-final, leg 2. The Pirates taking a lead up there. That's on the 6th of September.
To confirm that they can, but it is our intention at this stage.
So just 6 days' time. Here we go. Crowds leaving the arena. Thanks to our Pirates TV crew, Rob Haywood on main camera, Paul Hagon roaming camera, commentator Scott Mitchell, pit reporter Rob Dyer, Nigel Leahy on the mics out on the centre green, and our producer down in the dungeon, our boss Andy Hague, who's done a great job all year. One happy crowd leaving the stand on this Sunday evening. Hope you all have a taster at home. Thanks for watching Pirates TV in 2024. We look forward to being back in 2025 when you can join us for more top quality speedway here at Wimborne Road.